What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? Welcome on in.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
Deus has gifted 5. All right, here we go. It's go time. Let me turn the stream on. Why does this iPad turns off every 5 seconds? I swear. Do you ever have a device? Do you ever have an electrical device that like has a fucking energy save mode? So like the moment you blink once, it just turns up fucking screen off. My goddamn. Chill out, iPad. You can stay on, right? Global warming is not going to be affected by you staying on for another 2 minutes. This freaking iPad, dude. It's driving me insane, dude. Yes, there is a leak, my dudes. There is a leak. There is a rumor stirring. Be ready. Do a VOG run? I would rather let Atheon step on me in real life than do a VOG run right now. Ain't no reason to go in there. I miss it though, dude. I miss it. We're going to go back and play some Destiny from time to time, but for now, we got some news to cover. Let me get this live stream set up here. We got some news to cover. I got to get the live turned on. What is the Destiny? Yeah. Unfortunately, as much as I would love to play a ton more Destiny, I got to move on. You know what I'm saying? I got to move on. I can't go down with the ship of Destiny as much as I would like to, actually. Truth be told, I would love to go down with the ship of Destiny. But I got to move on. We got to make other content. We got to venture elsewhere and do our best to try and grow and thrive and survive out there in the fucking wild, dude. With no safety net, no Destiny to depend on anymore. All right, we got the YouTube stream hooked up. We got the TikTok stream hooked up. All right, Diaz has gifted 5 subs. W's in the chat for Diaz. Let's go, let's go. All right, so let me give a shout out to everyone here before we jump into the news. Joey, Rose Beans, Squidad, McKinney Sand, Head Killer, El Del Chavito, Tony Hayabusa, Dem Mama Jean, Centipede, Deruz is here, unfortunately. TTV Easy Style, what's good? Once Dead, Cletus James, Travis Bradley, what's good? We got Adept Brain Time Loss, Jay Lockley, I Am Dizzle, Cletus James. The winter ray gun has arrived. Yes, indeed. What's good? What's up? What's up? Other Jesus, Paul Cornish, Rudar's here. Hey, Rudar, how you doing? King Noxid. All right, we got lots of news to cover today, as usual, and then we're hopping in to Palworld. All right, it's day 3. I'm having so much fun playing Palworld. I was playing it off stream for hours last night. I was just sitting there on the couch, dude, just fucking farming up shit, dude. It was crazy. It was like this because I have mouse and keyboard. Mouse and keyboard on the couch is crazy. All right, here we go. It's go time. There are some leaks and rumors spreading around right now that Bungie is working on a new project. Well, not exactly new. This is what's going around today, which is Destiny content creator Trance claims Gearbox and Sony are in early talks for Bungie to make a remake for Borderlands 1. with a Gearbox remake of Borderlands 2 to possibly follow? Huh? Ain't no way, dude. This is being corroborated by Pirate Nation here as well. A new rumor claims Bungie could be working on a Borderlands 1 remake, but don't get your hopes up yet. I mean, I'm not even getting my hopes up, even if it is true. What are we even talking about? I could imagine that 400 people just got laid off from the Destiny team, and maybe there's a studio out there looking to scoop them up and put them to work on a new project, perhaps. Like, I could see there being some vulture tactics being used here. And, to be fair, those devs are looking for work, so they would appreciate the tactics, right? But to take the Destiny team and put them on Borderlands 1 this is bizarre, if true. We're going to look into the credibility of this in just a moment. According to Destiny content creator Trance, I've never heard of them. Have you heard of them? Not trying to ego them at all. I'm not trying to ego them. I've just never heard of them. Anyone heard of them? Bungie, Sony, 2K, and Gearbox are reportedly in very early discussions about remaking the original Borderlands as a Destiny-style live service looter shooter. Oh my, that's crazy. The rumored project would feature an open world structure similar to Borderlands 4, seasonal paid content, and semi-customizable player characters instead of the original Vault Hunters. What could go wrong? Surely. The same rumor also claims Gearbox is considering a Borderlands 2 remake as a timed PlayStation 6 exclusive if the deal moves forward. The information supposedly comes from, quote, a colleague who works in business development at 2K. Very interesting. So that's the source. Now, did Randy Pitchford, this guy, he can't help himself. Let's be real. If you understand the CEO of Gearbox, this guy is hilarious. And in all the wrong ways. He has not said anything about the topic, which is kind of bizarre. Let me see here. Do you have any replies on the topic? You just know he's itching to respond, which is good or bad. I mean, I feel like if it's completely untrue, he probably wouldn't say anything. But if there was some, I don't know, I'm trying to think, what would he, I'm trying to put myself into the inner workings of what an actual deranged person would do, like Randy Pitchford. What would he say in this situation? I have no clue. I truly have no clue. I could never possibly predict his next move. Here it comes. We got the Destiny content creator Trance claims Gearbox and Sony are in early talks. So this is the Reddit post here. And it's deleted. All right. Why is it deleted? Did Gearbox come after him? Did they hunt him down? I feel like I'm very skeptical to leaks nowadays, especially after getting absolutely bamboozled by that red subclass. I'm still just baffled that got me that good. They went into Photoshop and made the fake red subclass, and everyone believed it, myself included. We fell for that. Hook, line, and sinker. Don't act like you didn't fall for the red darkness subclass. Don't act like you're better than me. You fell for it too. We had 370 upvotes to 385 comments. Top comment says, who believes this? Remake Borderlands 1, but don't actually remake it at all and make a new game? Then Gearbox remakes Borderlands 2 as a temporary console exclusive as a trade-off for the first remake? What? This trans person is definitely making this up. It makes zero sense. What the heck? This is pretty bizarre, right? I can see there being a deal made perhaps with Borderlands and PlayStation to try and secure more console sales. Maybe? Question mark? I don't know, though. It's pretty wild, though. If they would agree to it. I feel like Randy Pitchford is crazy enough to agree to it. Someone said it's literally just a 4chan rumor from a couple hours ago. Laughed my ass off. Damn. Someone said, this is the most random gaming shit I've heard in a while. Created by Bungie? This is so good. Nightmare blunt rotation for real between 2026 Sony, post marathon Bungie, and Gearbox in any year slash era. The worst timeline, says Nixon. Oh man. Who is Trance? Who is this guy? This is Trance. Well, I think I've seen some of his videos. This is who's leaking it? I mean, he doesn't really seem like some clickbait extraordinaire. Oh, is this the guy that leaked Equilibrium and he was accurate about it? Oh, shit. Wait a minute. That was him. Oh, damn. This guy has some credibility. Do you remember this? Dude, this was crazy. This came out before Equilibrium came out. So people took this and they put it into Blender and then they traversed through the areas. So that way, before the dungeon came out, they knew the exact route to take to get from one encounter to the next. So that way they could advance their clear time and potentially get a world's first. That was this guy. I totally forgot about him. That was Trance. Damn. Dude, this is a very legitimate leak. This is absolutely accurate to what this looked like, I believe. Yeah, like these are some of these rooms. Yep. This is crazy. Yeah. Dude, yes, look, that's what you do. There's like that's literally exactly where you go. You literally drop in there. Oh my god. Okay, wait a minute. I was thinking this guy is absolutely smoking fentanyl for a second. Or maybe I am. I'm not sure. I couldn't figure out who's crazier here. But after seeing this, this is definitely interesting. This adds some credibility. Let's see what he says. Did he say anything? 15 hours ago, he said nothing. Oh, wait, no, he did say it. 19. This is his original post here. He says Bungie and Sony are currently in early discussions with 2K and Gearbox about remaking the original Borderlands as a Destiny-style looter shooter. From what I've been told, the project was pitched as an open-world game, just like BL4 and seasonal paid content, with plans to move away from the traditional main characters in favor of semi-customizable protagonists, similar to the system using Destiny. Dude, this guy means business. We got to get an interview with him. Dang. I don't see any reason for this guy to completely make this up. He doesn't seem like it's not like some brand new account with 0 followers. Like this guy has credibility. This guy has a legitimate channel with lots of leaked information and, you know, like clearly he's deep in it with Destiny content and stuff. And considering his previous leaks turned out to be very accurate with Equilibrium, I actually, like, I hate to say it, but I am on board with this. I think there's something here. I'm going to keep close tabs on this. I might even follow this guy and see if I can get an interview with him. I don't know if he would say anything more to me, but I would love to know more about what the hell is being cooked up here. What are people saying in the comments here? Oh, no, he's sourcing this 4chan. What even this? What even is this? So he's just sourcing some random... Oh my gosh, there's a freaking Gooner game on here, dude. What have I done? So what, is he just referencing some made-up rumor on 4chan? That's it? That's the source? I don't know about this one. Someone said they fired half of Bungie for this? What the hell? Yeah, maybe not, dude. Maybe not. What do you think? Do you think there's any credibility to this? What do you think about these leaks, these rumors? Even if there is absolutely no credibility, I will say that the timing does seem a bit peculiar, right? you do have this massive group of devs that just got laid off, roughly 300 devs, let's say, if not all 400 from the Destiny team. It seems like it's 300, and then the rest are working on Marathon, maybe temporarily. And so you got like 300 devs that just spent maybe a decade or so working on looter shooters, maybe even less. Some of them are probably new hires, right? Whoever's working on Edge of Fate is probably a new hire, let's be real. And you got them, needing work. I guess it's kind of an easy grab. The only problem is they're also kind of expensive, right? They're in that tech mecca, Seattle, Bellevue, Washington area where Microsoft is located. So it's not going to be especially cheap getting them to make this, but the quality of this product, I don't know. You think it would be good? You think this would it actually be good? A Borderlands 1 remake, but it has a Destiny style live service looter shooter. Dude, that's kind of bizarre. Do you think that would land? Let Borderlands be Borderlands? Here's the thing I said before, though, and you don't have to like it, but we live in a capitalistic country. And the moment, the literal second that Bungie announced they were going down the drains, right? That they were gone, they were finito. This man was, you know what I'm saying? This is the CEO. He's thinking to himself, cha-ching, baby, this is my time to capitalize. And I talked about this. I said that the number one game in the world that could make the most money off of Destiny 2 dying is Borderlands. This game is the closest in genre. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off. I don't know if this is the right, ingredients necessarily. I'm not saying it is, but what I am saying is that there are talks happening. There's people up there with millions and millions of dollars and tons of influence and tons of infrastructure that are absolutely salivating at the idea of drawing in the Destiny fans that are clearly passionate enough to sign a petition for almost 400,000. Did we make 400,000, by the way? Come on, baby. Oh, we're so close. Sign the petition. Get your grandma to sign the petition. We are 700 away from 400K. That's going to be awesome. As soon as we hit that too, it'll get a bunch of new news stories, writing stories about it, right? That's going to be massive. But that aside, this company, right? Gearbox with Borderlands, they stand the most to gain from Destiny 2 dying. And there will be others. Don't get me wrong. It's not just going to be Gearbox that's jumping into the ring here. It will also be other studios that are going to try their best. We heard about that Halo MMO, right? Halo, that's a pretty good, you know what I'm saying? The Destiny audience, they came from Halo, a lot of them, right? They came from Halo and they started playing Destiny. A lot of you OGs out there. So a Halo MMO, looter shooter, I mean, that's a pretty easy sell to the Destiny audience. So there's going to be a few people rivaling for this, basically just money being left on the table that Bungie couldn't take advantage of. They literally shit the bed so bad that now it's just up to someone else to see what they can scoop up from this. And I don't know if this is the right project necessarily. I don't know about this one, but there's definitely people discussing something out there. And it's not just going to be them. It's not just going to be Borderlands. It's not just going to be Halo. Warframe people, obviously, they've been weighing in. We've heard from, Rebecca Ford talking about the situation, and they've been nothing but respectful. They even paid homage to Destiny inside Warframe with a, make your own fate little submission thing in the game, right? So even Warframe is sort of rallying. It's like, oh, what should we do? How can we build from this, or how can we take advantage of this opportunity? And this is capitalism. So we don't know what this will manifest into. It takes a while for these things to incubate and build up. So we'll probably get a bigger picture of this in maybe a year or two. Like, it's not a Destiny killer because Bungie is the Destiny killer, right? It's going to be, what's the Destiny replacement? What's the Destiny? Oh, we're going from the Destiny killer to the Destiny filler. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a nice title to a video right there. The Destiny filler. What fills that void in your heart that Destiny 2 can no longer do since it's dead? What will that game be? We're searching. Is it this? I don't know. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. The Destiny fella. What's good, Emrai? I have some hope that DMG can make Marathon into something. You know what? I'm gonna give you your cope. I'm gonna give you your hope. Do your thing. I'm just feeling like Marathon is unfortunately a lost cause at this stage, but it ain't doing too hot. We'll see though. We shall see. Unfortunately, everyone's kind of jumped over to Marathon and the Bungie side of things, and we haven't really seen them create their sort of big hoorah or big push or something. Did you watch the UFC last night? I did watch the UFC. I watched the UFC event. I was playing Palworld on my laptop simultaneously. So I was maximizing my ADHD maxing, and attention span of a squirrel. And we were getting leveled up in Palworld though. It was awesome. And simultaneously, we were watching a really good fight card, but then the last fight was just completely depressing. Like his knee just blows out in the first 5 seconds. He throws one kick and his knee blows out. Like, hello? What the hell? That's like so bizarre. I was playing Marathon watching. Yeah. I'm not here to coat for Marathon in general. I just know DMG from the Halo 2 days. So the fact that he's still in there gives me hope. Loves Bungie in the community. Yeah, I think that, Marathon doesn't really need a communications manager to lock in as much though. Like they had Joe Ziegler doing a good job. Like Joe Ziegler is doing a good job as he can for Marathon, for the communication side of things. What Marathon needs is a miracle. Marathon needs nothing short of an absolute miracle. Something has to happen that awakens the hive, that, just sensationalizes the game and gets people interested. And I don't know that it's going to be possible in the current climate. We'll see though. It's their money to burn, right? So it's not up to us to decide how long they're going to burn their money on it. It might be a month, it might be 3 months, it might be a year, it might be 2 years. Who knows what Marathon's contingency plan is, right? Like currently right now, they're obviously in the red, burning a lot of money. They're not doing very well, but maybe they can turn it around. If they did turn around, I would applaud them as being the actual goats of game development, because truly the cards are stacked against them in every way, shape, and form. The percent, if there was a betting odds, it would be 99.9% chance of failure, right? So if they did pull it off, it'd be incredible. But I highly doubt it. I think it's more likely that Conor McGregor fights in the UFC tomorrow than it is that Marathon comes back. I think that's more likely. How crazy is it that you can go into the UFC, right, as Conor McGregor, and you can break your leg in your last fight? You literally break your leg, and then you go in 5 years later, you go into your next one, and you break your other leg. How crazy is that? Like, what the hell? That's just plain unfortunate. I do not think it's that complicated. All Marathon would have to do is really make really cool content, like Prison of Elders type content. That's possible. That's a possibility. The only issue is that the game is built on a extraction shooter premise, so you can't exactly just convert the game into maybe a looter shooter. And I don't know. I don't know what they're going to be able to pull off. I wish I could be more optimistic. There are some redeemable qualities to Marathon. Like if I were to say anything nice, there's some redeemable qualities to it. The gunplay is really crispy, is that very like that something visceral about the Bungie gunplay. They have that going for them. It is very unique, even though it's, maybe it's a little too weird, but it is very unique, right? It's not like a copy paste, like, oh, this just looks like great value Call of Duty or something, right? Like that would be even more embarrassing, or that would be even more like there's no hope for this fucking thing, right? But it's not like that. So it's got a couple redeemable qualities, but I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, the gunplay is nice. All right, so that was the rumor in regards to Bungie. And we got this now. Bungie has addressed the game-breaking performance issues of Destiny 2, but not in the way that you'd like. The post reads here, GG's Bungie actually killed the game today. No performance fix. It's actually so over. So what they're referencing is some performance issues after the June update and a bunch of stuttering. Like, if I'm being honest, my game was stuttering like crazy. I couldn't even play during the entire week of Iron Banner. It was pretty depressing. The Destiny 2 team said, a few of us are still looking into this. While we can't promise any immediate fix, we have seen that this is not impacting all PC launchers, doing what we can to identify the underlying issue with our partners. So what they're referencing is that you can launch it with Steam, and that's where the glitch seems to happen. But if you move to a different PC launcher, it seems to clear up. So not exactly sure what's going on. Something in the pipeline between Destiny 2 and Steam there. And maybe if they can clear that up, figure out what that is, they could get a fix out. The only problem is that this was meant to be like the last hotfix ever. And if this isn't fixed, then there's a substantial amount of people out there that are just absolutely cooked right now. Like, if you have permanent stuttering, you're just not going to play the game. It ain't a good look for them. But in the end, Destiny 2 is already over and done with, so you're going to have to leave at some point in time, I guess. It would just be nice if you could enjoy the final update, and leave on your own accord versus kind of being forced out the door because the game's bugging and glitching so much. But let me know what you think. Are you getting any of the performance issues in Destiny 2? Are you getting that stuttering? All right. Good. Got that going here. Let's see what we got next up. Well, at least someone's having fun in Destiny 2 right now. The cheaters are running around with gigantic swords now. What is that? What is going on here? It's a warlock. They're in their super. Oh, that's their Dawnblade. Oh. All right. So he's got a Dawnblade sword that's 100 times normal size, and he's a little micro warlock. The little mini guardian always makes me laugh. I know it's not a toggleable option, but I feel like that would be so funny. Imagine you could just roam around as a little mini guardian. Oh, this is bad. Infinite supers, wall hacks. You can see the health bars there. Oh boy, the future of Destiny 2 is going to be pretty dark and depressing, isn't it? Someone said, I'm on Steam and I don't have that issue. Yeah, not everyone's going to have that issue. Yeah. Crimson PvP gameplay. Yeah. That's funny as hell. Oh, man. That is funny as hell. Mini Guardian should be a mode. That would be an awesome mode, huh? Warframe's creative director has talked about Destiny 2 and this just depressing situation. This is what she had to say.
It's horrible news because it shows that even if you care so much, the business side of this industry always gets the last remark. And those are the types of stories and experiences that when you're in a position where you have your own game, your own IP, and you work as hard as you do on it, it happened. That's not the first time it's happened, and it'll happen again, where the business aspect of the video game economy makes the decision for you. and it is existentially threatening at every level because the idea that we aren't in charge of our own goodbye is something I wake up thinking about every single day. It's
Wow, that's crazy to think about, and pretty well put together, like bit of discourse there. The idea is that Destiny 2 didn't end because Bungie was like, you know what, that's a wrap on our narrative. We're done. Like Light and Darkness saga is over. We're out. Instead, it ended because the business side of it said, you're not making those deadlines, buddy. You're not making enough money. And so it's time to call it quits. Time to pack it up, bud. And they're out just like that. Pretty crazy stuff. And even they're mentioning it. Like, I don't think that Warframe's going to die anytime soon, but even they're mentioning that that's like the worst case scenario and super frustrating for a game studio that has so much left to give, right? Like Destiny's narrative was meant to go on, like Shattered Cycle, right? The Alchemist, those were just the next two in a lengthy saga. It was meant to be the Fate Saga. Who knows how long the Fate Saga was supposed to be? I had heard it was like a 5-year thing, perhaps, but obviously it was turned into a 1-year thing because of just terrible mismanagement, and that's over. Pretty crazy. Mini Guardians should be a mode. Yep, that would be good. Let me get this video here. What happened here? Okay, let's go up here. All right, good. All right. See what we got going on over here. 800,000 average weekly visitors to Destiny the game. To DTG, oh, the subreddit? Jeez. We're cooking, my dudes. We're absolutely cooking. It's crazy that this game dies, right? This is wild. r/Destiny the game alone is getting 800,000 average weekly visitors. Think about that. 800,000 people going to a third-party site that has no direct correlation to Destiny 2 because they're interested in the conversations, the community, the culture, everything that's happened within the Destiny universe. How crazy is that? Over the last 90 days, you have all shown up like it's a big expansion launch. We're running a weekly average of 800,000 Guardians here over at that time period, which is the highest mark since Reddit started tracking that particular stat. Excuse me? Keep showing up, keep being excellent to each other. Dude, that's incredible. Someone said Operation Baby Dog is a go. I forgot about Operation Baby Dog. Wow, that unearthed a core memory right there. That's absolutely insane. Community is really showing up in Destiny's final moments. It is incredible to see, right? It's incredible that there's this massive audience, and it sucks that it's going to slowly fizzle away, but man, we had one hell of a run, and at least we're having a climactic ending, I suppose. That's the silver lining I can take away from this. Bungie dev screwed a lot of the game up too. Armor health stat bug is back for me on every armor. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that as well. Absolutely. We're almost to 400,000 for that petition. I would really like to see that petition get 400,000. I know that there's not enough people in this stream alone to make it happen, but man, we're only a few hundred votes away from it. We're so close, my dudes. We're so close. Thanks again for those subs. Dios 781. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I think that Bungie enjoys the pain. Truly, I think they want they want to suffer. They're enjoying being roasted. I have no clue why they would post this, but they are asking on their official TikTok account for you to vote Marathon for the WSA 2026 Game Music Award. Oh my. Really? We're going to win an award on Marathon? We're going to win an award. Oh boy. Meanwhile, people are literally on Reddit saying, I just logged off because I could not find a game. 45 minutes to find a game on Saturday morning. But no, guys, vote for us. We're gonna win an award for our music. What music could they possibly even be playing here? Yeah, the witness was right. We need to end this timeline immediately. Like, no, just no. That sounded like some AI fucking squeaking. I don't even know. What did I just witness? Like, what the fuck was that, dude? Is this a parody? Someone said I thought this was a parody. No, this is the real official Marathon the Game account. Look, they have the blue check mark. They actually played that music and said, this will win an award. Unironically. What do the comments say? Top comment, I don't understand why the player count for this game is so low. It's such a good game. There are 13 replies says, apparently it isn't. Oh no. Oh no. The soundtrack is just amazing. I would vote Destiny 3 to have the best music. That's what I'm talking about. This is amazing. Sir, yes, sir. Oh, man. They got the glitch. Dropping the beat in Marathon. Yes, sir. The music is straight heat. We want D3. Oh, Destiny 3 would win a ton of awards. We want D3, yeah. The audio in this game is awesome. I feel so awful for the people that work and are dedicated to this game. I don't play this game, but I know it's a good extraction shooter. It deserves better. That's everyone. I feel really bad for this game and for this community, but I just can't play it. It's a really good game though, guys, but I just can't be bothered playing it at all. But dude, this game is actually so good, but I just do not want to play it ever. Like, you will not see me playing this game ever, but it is so good, guys. It's just so good. Like, really, like, what an interesting bit of discourse for this game, right? Like, it's so bizarre to me. But this is the way we talk about it. Someone said, how about no? How about we vote Destiny 2? Oh, God. I'll start voting when y'all say D3 in development. Yeah, they lost the goodwill of their community, which is the issue here, right? That's the bigger issue at hand. And having the goodwill of your own community is essential for your game's health. It is absolutely essential. You want your community to rally behind you, especially when you have a paid product. Okay. When you got a paid product, those people got to open their wallets. They don't just have to like you, they have to like you enough to give you money. That ain't easy. Right? If you got a free to play game, sure, everything's free about it, whatever. Who cares? People are gonna just play, and you'll be able to get people in the game easily. But you got that paywall money stopping people, dude. It's brutal, and it's obviously hurting Marathon a ton. Obviously, we don't even have to go look at the Marathon charts, but if you do, look at this, dude. Oh my God, dude. It's 6,000 people online, 5,000. The lowest points are hitting 2K. In the next couple weeks, we're going to see less than 2,000 Valley for Marathon. It's just brutal, dude. It's over. But hey, listen. They're going to vote for them. I know there's only 12 people playing the game. Listen, if all 12 of you could just vote for them, maybe they could win an award, And then they can pack it up on their way out of the studio when everyone gets laid off because no one is playing this game, and this game is coming to an end. But let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. Hashtag Marathon Takeover. Prime will laugh as I just find it really funny. They're like, man, this game's so good, dude. This game's so awesome, but I just can't be bothered to play it ever. I find that to be so strange. I'll give you a good example. I last night played Palworld. I streamed it, and then as soon as I was done streaming it, I went and got dinner, and then I immediately played more Palworld because I can't stop. I played it off stream for like 5 hours. I can't stop playing the game because the game's so good. It is fucking awesome. And go look at, am I just delusional? Am I insane? Have I lost my mind? Absolutely not. There was 855,000 people online with me last night. You know what I'm saying? There was 1 million people on just Steam alone, not including any other platform this thing's on. I don't even know what platform this thing's on. 1 million people last night. God damn, the whole world is like, this game fucking is awesome. Everyone is like, yes, this game fucks. We should play this game. And it's raking in the money right now. It is absolutely raking in the money right now. Someone said, yeah, I'm a diehard PvP vet. 10K hours across the mall. Nice. This is my first time into the genre. Nice. What's good, Generic? If you are having fun playing Marathon, of course, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the audio in Marathon is dog dookie. Can't even distinguish from up and down. Zer will invade Marathon? Oh, no. I hated Destiny. It seemed lame going from Halo to Space Wizards in robes. Could really tell the studio shifted from we make games we want to play to we make universes for frenzy winsies. I feel like Halo was definitely very Giga Chad. You're like Space Marine, testosterone man, fucking, there was something cool about it, right? And maybe Destiny went more of a cultured, we read books type of lore type stuff, right? So maybe it started to teeter that way. But Destiny was still classy as fuck and cool. And it was not a Gooner game. And it wasn't a kid's game. So it was it checked all the boxes I like. I don't want to play a kid's game. I don't want to play a Gooner game, all right? I'm not Daruz. I'm not weird, right? I want to, so Destiny, those are the two big boxes, I think, for me. Palworld is pretty dog shit. Hey, yo. Hey. What's his name? Austin? Come here, Austin. I'm gonna fight you in the streets, Austin. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's just a lot of protesters showing love to an indie company and spitting on Pokemon and Nintendo. Same thing as Destiny's Last Hurrah. I think that I was trying to think about this more, and I'm going to continue to work through it in my mind Palworld, but I think that there being some competition to Nintendo is a good thing. I think that they have shown that they, you know, they don't want competition, right? They are very litigious, and they're kind of scumbags in a lot of ways. Like Nintendo be doing some scum shit. So I'm happy that there is another company out there that is really rivaling them, and they won their lawsuit, and it kind of puts Nintendo into check in some ways, right? Nintendo doesn't have just unchecked power. Like now they got to think, oh, we got to compete with these guys. We got to outdo Palworld now. That's an interesting premise. That's an interesting premise. And I want to see how Nintendo rises to the challenge if they can, right? Maybe they can't. Maybe that's not their style. Maybe it's not their genre. Maybe they won't go that route, perhaps. But how funny would it be if Nintendo made a Palworld killer game? You know what I'm saying? That's just good for us, the consumers. Now there's another game. Now there's Palworld, and now there's Pokemon, and then there's the new one, right? Nintendo hires Bungie and makes the Palworld killer. It comes full circle. Looter shooter, open world, Pokemon game. Dude, we would be so back. Shut up and take my $80. Fuck it. $850K is too much for hate playing a game. Yeah, it's that. People are playing Palworld because the game is so good. The game is so. I hate survival games. What? What? Listen, Palworld might not be for everyone. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say everyone in here is gonna love every game the same. Like if we all went to dinner together right now, some of you would say I want to eat burgers. Some of you would say I want to eat tacos. Some of you say I want to eat Chinese food. Right? Some of you are weird and you'd say like sushi or something. Something wrong with you. Everyone's gonna pick something different. There's no right answer or wrong answer. So not everyone's gonna like the same games. But I grew up playing a ton of Pokemon, and then I played a ton of Minecraft, and then obviously played Destiny, and I played GTA. And the irony is like this game is kind of an amalgamation of all these things in some ways. It's like it feels like you're playing Pokemon, but you're in the open world, and it feels like you're playing Minecraft, but there's a lot more to do because there's like real tense, like it's the Pokemon fighting you instead of the creepers and the zombies and shit. So that's kind of cool. And then there's like GTA elements a little bit because like you literally can't shoot the other people. They're like the fucking cops come after you and gun you down and shit. You gotta evade the police and shit. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty interesting combination of elements. And I think that taking from other games the very best thing in that game and putting it in another game is a good idea. I'll give you a good example. We all want Destiny 3, right? But you would take another looter shooter game, like you know, like it doesn't have to be Destiny, like it could be another looter shooter game. But what do you really want in Destiny 3, right? More than anything, the first thing that has to happen. There's only one right answer here, right? Drew's is gonna fuck it up. Everyone else will get the answer right though. And the right answer is the gunplay, right? You're gonna want it to have that same Destiny crispy gunplay when you shoot the gun, like when I'm shooting this hand cannon right here. You're gonna want it to sound and feel and reload and look a very particular way. You want everything about it to have that Destiny feel. And so you could take that as another studio, you could take that thing and use that in your game. And are you stealing from Bungie? No, I mean, they didn't necessarily invent crispy gunplay. It's not like a patented thing necessarily, but it's a key element to a Destiny game, right? And so you could imagine if you took the crispy gunplay of Destiny, right? And then maybe you can take some of the things that Warframe does really well. Maybe you can take some of the things that Borderlands does really well. Put them together. Okay? Make a new game. I don't know. It's a possibility at least. I know someone's going to cook up something eventually. There's a big enough audience out there for this style of game. 2 primaries and no random rolls? Yeah, Jesus Christ. That's crazy. All right. So what else do we got here? Dude, we are so back. Today was Thursday, July 9th. It has been one calendar month since Monument of Triumph was released. The 24-hour Steam player count for today was higher than any other day in the last 11 months. Wow. I just realized we're now forever 29. Back then in D1, people were really stuck at level 29. Now in Destiny 2, whatever expansion DLC or whatever we had before this was season 28. And now we're permanently in season 29, hence forever 29. Yo, no way. That's actually kind of crazy. Forever 29. That's funny. The saddest part about the final update is that it shows that the devs were listening to us. They knew what we wanted. They knew how to implement it. Hell, they somehow managed to make me enjoy PvP again, something I've not been since Beyond Light. And for one reason or another, they weren't allowed to do it until the dying breath of the game, which just really sucks. So this is such an interesting premise that gets brought up time and time again, which is, is the final update a love letter from the devs saying, whoa, we were trying so hard, man, but it's that big bad management stopping us, right? What this does is it places all of the accountability onto it is literally the defining principle of a conspiracy theory, by the way. Like a conspiracy theory is always like some other entity that is like unnamed, right? Like deep state. Who's that? What's that? Like the conspiracy theories, that's always some other thing, you know, that you can't be named, or, you know, you don't know. It's like there's some people in a smoke-filled room somewhere, right? So kind of doing the same thing again with the death of Destiny 2. We're just like, whoa, man, the devs, they're just so perfect. They're so good, dude. They're just the best. And like, it's just this management, dude. Clearly it was the management. And I don't agree with it. And I think it's super annoying that the ending discourse from a lot of Reddit and just places across the internet are just like, you know what? Let's just put all the blame on some ominous, non-existent management, you know, and no one takes accountability to it, right? Because the management is making the decisions based on the budget they have, and the budget they have is based on what Sony gives them, right? It goes from the top down. And so like, yeah, if you can't execute making SRL for less than, I don't know, $5 million, then yeah, it doesn't come out like just all willy-nilly. Like it has to come out as like a big thing, and there has to be a bunch of paid like content associated with it to make SRL profitable, you know? I feel like a lot of people have this like hippie mentality. Like they're just like, well, just make whatever you want, man. Just fucking player housing. Sure. Why not? Just make anything. Just make it all. Why not? Fucking 400 new guns tomorrow. Just do it. And it's like, it's just not really practical, right? It's just very odd. Just like, yeah, just do it. Just make SRL. Why not? Just make 5 new raids next year. Why can't you? You know, what's your, oh, it's the management holding you back? Oh, wow. I see what's going on here. Oh, the management. I was like, no, it's like, the whole system is fucked. You understand? The whole system from top to bottom is fucked. They're not optimized on anything. The game is launching with countless bugs and problems, so they could just launch fucking anything in the game, and then they have to spend countless developmental effort fixing the thing because the thing doesn't work the first time, and then it's broken, and then they go to fix it, and when they go to fix it, there's like 3 other things that are broken after that fix, so the whole fucking spaghetti code is just falling apart. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the whole thing from top to bottom is a disaster. And there needs to be an acknowledgement of that. And just be like, Bungie was in shambles, in fucking shambles the last year. The whole thing. It wasn't the management being big, bad, meanie management, man. No budget for you guys. Like the whole thing was in shambles. The decisions were bad. The engine, everything was bad. Everything was bad. It was all bad. You know what I'm saying? And then the worst part is there is just no accountability. So that means that if you give these guys another project, it's going to be another round of this, you know, and it's just not good. So you got to start back from scratch. You got to wipe your hands clean. You got to start back from scratch and see what you can cook up from here, because this team did not cook, right? Clearly they burnt it. So a D1 remaster would actually be harder than D3. A D1 remaster would be cheaper and it could get us by for a bit, but definitely it isn't going to replace a D3, right? If you want the Destiny franchise to live on, it needs to go back to live service or box product or something. And there's got to be a continuation, you know, even if we have to regress back to a Destiny 1 remastered, that's fine. Even if we had to just get a Destiny campaign, that's also fine. What's good, Ant? How's it gone? I would take anything at this point. Titan bugged interaction giving 300% damage buff to Exodus rockets? Dude! Of course I waited until it can't be patched to post this, but here goes using hazardous propulsion while latent power buff from Turncoat is active will make Exodus rockets from hazardous deal a lot more damage? Around 300% damage buff to be exact? A single class ability usage is the equivalent of an unbuffed Thunder Crash super in damage. I screwed around buildcraft with this, made a Stormkeep Titan. Dude, this is incredible. Mactic did a video on that yesterday, so really nice. How funny. Jesus Christ. Good God. Well, that's powerful. And now they can't even nerf it, so that's the best part about it. Titans on top. Titans are back. Love to see it. All right. Let's see what we got next up here. I'm going to be playing some Palworld in just a little bit. We just got a few more news stories to cover. Let's go here. Titans are back, dude. Well, Hunters were just completely cooking. Oh, what was that? Has gifted 3,600 jewels. Space Stream, thank you very much. Is Black Ops back? Yeah, Black Ops 1 and 2 are back on PlayStation. And I'm just like, I don't even know what to do. I'm like, I want to go play that so badly. That was like my entire life for like several years. I'm a little worried I'm going to go back to it and it's going to be chalked and not as fun. And then my last memory will just be like playing some fucking dog shit version of Black Ops, right? But I'll go back anyways for the nostalgia bait, dude. I'll see you over there for sure. Unfortunately, then Palworld's out right now, and Palworld is awakening in me a passion that I haven't seen in a while, dude. Palworld is so much fun. My God. Dude, I'm gonna. You guys are gonna see my farm in a minute. Your mind's gonna be blown, dude. My farm is going off the charts. We'll play Black Ops later too. Not later today, but maybe tomorrow. So it's weird that they just is it remastered or is it just brought up to PS5? What exactly is that? So like you can play Black Ops 2 on PS5 now? Is it like a combo? You have to buy them both? Just a port? Gotcha. So you probably have to buy it then, right? You have to buy the port. I imagine it's not like you just get it for free if you owned it, right? I'm assuming. Palworld, yeah. So see, now I got to choose between Destiny 2, Palworld, Black Ops 2. These are tough decisions right now. Tough decisions. Sony are slow with backwards compatibility. Yeah. All right. Now we got to talk about this video because this is trending here. This is the worst acquisition in gaming history, and I already know exactly what we're going to talk about here. Oh, man. This is trending in the topic right now. Let's see what we're cooking up.
once great teams, but there have been plenty of bad acquisitions throughout gaming history, all struggling for a multitude of reasons. We've seen studios that fell off right after being purchased, potential great partnerships that just didn't work out as expected, or poorly led new management dragging down once great teams. But I'm not sure I've ever seen a purchase that has been more of a net negative for all of the parties involved than PlayStation's acquisition of Bungie in 2022. It has been a total train wreck, a messy situation emblematic of everything wrong with both individual companies. So as Bungie's future now hangs in the balance, let's take a look back at how in the world we got here. As most of you
It's crazy that this is the story that'll be written about Bungie, right? The worst acquisition in gaming history. The studio that made Halo and Destiny, this is how it ends. And crazy how fast it all ended too, right? So wild. Such a crazy ending. After it all, I kind of thought that Destiny would go like corporate, you know, maybe get a little bit, you know, greedy with some extra microtransactions. But my thought was that the game would go on and on and on for many years. And yeah, we might roast some of those corporate things that Sony pumps into the game. But similar to World of Warcraft, this game is going to have crazy longevity. That's what we thought, because it's been going on for so long. And so maybe it's what is that? It's like a logical fallacy. Because something has been happening for a long time, it must continue to happen. I don't know what that is, but that's what we thought, at least. And now we make fun of Concord. We're like, oh, Concord burned $400 million. How much more crazy is it that Bungie will burn $3.6 billion? Like, that makes Concord look like nothing.
Probably already know, PlayStation placed a major emphasis on live service multiplayer games throughout the PS5 generation. Best known for their cinematic single-player experiences, Sony felt the industry was passing them by, as basically all of the most played games in the world don't fit that description. The games with the most players, and perhaps more importantly, the games making the most money right now, are all multiplayer games. When you looked through PlayStation's first-party catalog, it didn't take a gaming expert to see they had no real foothold in the space, leaving them vulnerable as millions of gamers began dedicating all of their gaming time to live service. So they did what I felt was an understandable move, investing into live service and trying to find their own smash hit.
Yeah, and then you got Helldivers. This is a smart strategic move. Something that every business does, right? You diversify your portfolio so that way if gaming trends change, like if things suddenly go all live service and no one cares about those single player games anymore, which is probably unlikely, right? Just in case that's what happens in the future in the next 10, 20 years, you're set up for that. You have the ability to change with the trends. So Sony being a dinosaur company at this point, right? They've been around since the beginning of gaming. They're literally, one of the pillars that built it up in the first place with their consoles. They obviously want to, be around, and they want to have a significant stake in all of this, right? And obviously Microsoft is scooping up countless studios. So it wasn't a bad idea necessarily to purchase these live service games, although it feels like everyone that got purchased, they kind of I'm not going to say they completely shit the bed, because Minecraft did get purchased and it has literally generated like $10 billion of profit for Microsoft. But a lot of them, you get purchased and you get this fat paycheck, and then you just notice the studios, they don't hustle like they used to. They're not hustling. They're not locked in. They're not just absolutely grinding. There's no crunch or anything like that. And the games seem to go into a lull by proxy.
Was a goal that was completely logical, however it was also one that quickly went off the rails. Sony invested tons of money into this initiative, greenlighting over 10 games, buying studios they had formed second-party partnerships with, and even going as far as allowing their most important first-party teams to delve into live service projects. But no investment was larger than the one they made in January of 2022, when it was announced they would be acquiring Bungie, creators of Halo and Destiny for a staggering $3.6 billion. From the very beginning, their partnership was a bit unusual. First and foremost, it was a style of investment we had never seen before from PlayStation. When you look throughout their history of studio acquisitions, you can see a very obvious pattern. They like to work with a team for several years, shipping multiple projects together and building a strong relationship before making it official. You can trace back that same lineage from nearly every studio they own, and it's a strategy that has been extremely fruitful for them. In the case of Bungie, however, all of that was completely thrown out the window. Bungie and PlayStation had worked together in passing, sure, such as PS4 players receiving some exclusive content in Destiny.
I remember that. Remember that Hawk Moon? Dude, that Hawk Moon was crazy. You know what was really funny too is that the weapons that were PlayStation exclusive in D1 were really powerful, and then they would nerf them and then give them to Xbox after every calendar year. I think they like would release new ones, and I just remember laughing because the Xbox players finally got to use Hawk Moon in Destiny, and like, this thing's not that great. And I was like, you guys have no idea. That thing was fucking beast before they nerfed it. Poor Xbox players. They were truly the redheaded stepchilds of this situation. If you were playing on the box, you were missing out big time. We had exclusive... What did we have? Exclusive weapons? Did we have exclusive strikes and maps too? What else did we have that was exclusive? I swear we had a bunch of stuff.
But that is nowhere near the level of synergy Sony typically looks for when tying the knot. This new addition to PlayStation Studios was also quite different in how it was being structured, with Bungie saying they would remain a multi-platform studio who would publish their own games everywhere, despite now falling under the PlayStation banner. This distinction left many wondering what exactly Sony had just spent $3 billion on if it wasn't for control of Bungie or their IP.
Yeah, so at first it's confusing, especially for people that aren't very business savvy, like, oh, you spent 3.6 billion, but you don't even get to tell them what to do? And the idea is they own you. They own your IP. They own everything. They own it all. From top to bottom, they own you. You are a PlayStation employee now. Right? You can wear a Bungie name tag if you want. It's fine. Just, it's doesn't really mean much either way. But they own you, and they want you to, you know, as you were running Destiny 2, to continue to run it as you see fit, because clearly you have the correct vision that led you to that spot to get purchased in the first place. They don't want to just throw a bunch of Sony suits in there and start fucking up the whole thing with corporate greed and a bunch of stupid shit. People that don't understand the vision, right? They don't want that. So they set certain monetization goals and barriers, like you have to make this much money and you have to produce this much during this quarter, right? All of these little like fiscal monetization goals that they have. And then if you don't meet those goals, then there's punishment. And the punishment is effectively they're taking away your creative control, and you slowly get squashed down from being like basically still a Bungie employee that just, you know, barely even works with Sony, to now Sony is starting to really breathe down your neck and say, hey, you better lock in that Lightfall undersold by 45% of the margin we were predicting. Right? And then Final Shape, same thing. They said, hey, what are you doing? Edge of Fate, right? And then eventually the Sony suits jump in there and they try to fix it and fix the course of how it's fallen apart, right? Course correct the whole situation. And it's too late. There was no fixing it at that point in time. So they let you have creative freedom so that way you could keep the game going, which also relieves Sony of any accountability, because people will say, oh, it's Sony's fault. Sony, man, these guys, let's blame them. They're the worst. They're the ones that killed Destiny 2. But Sony literally saved Destiny 2 by purchasing Bungie. They were already running at very razor thin margins, and Sony saved Destiny 2. We need to actually like give credit where credit's due. I mean, Sony, they're making some real scumbag moves recently. Let's be real. These guys with the ending physical copies of games in 2028, they ain't doing themselves any favors. But that aside, they did in fact save Destiny 2 in 2022. The game probably would have died before then. We probably might not have ever gotten the Final Shape without them. So they jumped in, they saved it for a period of time, but Bungie cooked it. Still, Bungie could not cook no matter what. No matter how much outside help they had or whatever they could do, they could never figure out how to make Destiny as profitable as they needed it to be. And so for those reasons, Destiny dies.
Well, according to head of PlayStation first party Herman Holst, it was primarily so they could leverage their experience in live service. They saw an opportunity to get a very talented team under their roof, one that had revolutionized multiplayer with Halo, and one that had defined live service with Destiny. PlayStation wanted to infuse that expertise into their internal studios and current live service games in development. They felt Bungie's history could serve as a valuable asset as they embarked on their personal live service journey, and that they could lean on them when encountering aspects of the space they were unfamiliar with. It seemed questionable whether that plan would be worthy of multiple billions, but in a time when money was cheap and M&A was at an all-time high, Sony felt comfortable making the move. I think it's also worth noting that their main competitor Xbox had been buying up every studio they could get their hands on, putting pressure on PlayStation to respond.
Ironically, Pete Parsons, who came from Xbox, right? He, because Xbox buys all these companies, it forces Sony's hand to pay Bungie a ton of money, which gives Pete Parsons a ton more cars, right? The irony here is crazy, right? Xbox was the catalyst for all of this, whether we wanted it or not, right? Xbox choosing to buy these studios sent us down this path where Bungie was talking to not just Microsoft, and Microsoft said no to them, by the way. Not just that, but also Sony began to talk to them. And so then they struck a deal. And ironically, you fast forward to today and you can see that, Microsoft regrets a decent amount of those deals. I mean, obviously they don't regret Minecraft, right? That one's still printing money to this day. Billions of dollars in profit from Minecraft. But they definitely regret some of those other acquisitions, to the point where they're literally taking those studios and they're spinning them off and throwing them out into the wild and saying, we are no longer dealing with you anymore. You are going to find an independent investor. They just kicked out like 5 or 6 studios from under their umbrella. Crazy.
Don't doubt investors were breathing down their necks, pushing them to react. That's the only real reason I can put together in my mind to explain why Sony would make such an out-of-character decision. Because not to mention, Bungie wasn't exactly the most attractive company out there at the time. Just 1 month earlier, the studio had come under fire after former and current employees reported claims of sexism, racism, abusive bosses, excessive crunch, and more. The entire
Pete Parsons, you guys better shut the fuck. We're trying to sign this deal right now, so you guys better shut up about this already.
Bungie management team was ripped by these sources, not only for those previously mentioned serious issues, but also for simple bad decision making that was negatively affecting the quality of their games. Management issues aside, their future game output was also fairly uncertain. Destiny 2 was entering its 5th year on the market, and a natural decline was to be expected.
Someone said the real reason gaming is going to shit is because of investors. There is some truth to that. So when you capitalize something, it's going to have a double-edged sword effect. So it's going to put more money into the thing so that it can become bigger, and the vision and the size of the game can become like just huge, right? Like that's the purpose of like why investors jump into this style of thing. And so you'll see games become as big as they are because of those investors. And so that's the positive side of it. The negative side of it, right, is when those big games bloat up, right, and get huge, and then they stop delivering as much profitability, well, then those investors start leaving, and then you have to start laying devs off, and you watch a project shrink, right? And we literally watched this with Destiny 2. We watched the project pipeline, like the annual timeline shrink, where we're like, oh, we're going to do 2 raids and 2 dungeons a year. Well, actually, that's over delivery now, right? We have some bullshit excuse about it, right? The real problem with 2 raids and 2 dungeons a year is that it just wasn't making enough profit. So they had to reduce that back down. And then when you reduce the size of your game and the timeline and the frequency of new content, well, you find it more difficult to get players to retain in your game. Player retention becomes an issue. And so I don't think that investors outright are the biggest problem. There is an element of, when you get successful game, right, you're going to need to scale up, right? And as you scale up, it's going to get difficult. And staying successful forever is pretty tough. You'll see a lot of businesses that do really well for a while, and then they just fall off the face of the cliff, right? There's countless businesses that we could reference. I've been watching a bunch of them lately. Blockbuster, dude, those guys fell off. Under Armour, anyone remember them? They were the kings for a while. They fell off. They're shutting down Walgreens right now, dude. Like all these businesses, man. Not everyone can stay on top. I mean, that's not gaming business, but still the same principles apply regardless of the sector that they're in.
Meanwhile, with no other projects being currently unveiled, it would likely be many years until they could have another game ready to ship. Regardless, the deal was done. Sony had gone all in with Bungie and would lean on them as the live service push continued. What could possibly go wrong? Shortly after making the acquisition official, Herman Hulst told investors that Bungie was performing what he called a rigorous review of their live service games in development. That same month, Deviation Games, a newly formed studio composed of Call of Duty veterans who had signed a deal with Sony back in 2021, saw massive layoffs and a game cancellation. Many assumed these two things were related. However, we've now learned Deviation was apparently not making a live service game despite their Call of Duty connections. A more tangible Bungie-related cancellation came in late 2023 with The Last of Us Online. Naughty Dog had been working on this game for quite some time. Having started as a simple multiplayer mode for The Last of Us Part 2, it eventually grew into its own standalone installment. It received an official announcement at Summer Games Fest 2022 and was said to be a full-scale project along the lines of a traditional Naughty Dog experience. The Last of Us Online was of course going to be a major tentpole of Sony's live service push, as this was one of their most valuable IPs. However, things changed in 2023. According to reports from Jason Schreier at Bloomberg, Bungie's internal review of Sony's live service games had flagged Naughty Dog's project as having some potential issues. Reportedly, Bungie expressed concerns about the game's ability to engage players for long periods of time. Additionally, Bungie sat down with Naughty Dog leadership and laid out just how much goes into supporting a live service game, and warned
The irony of Bungie giving advice on live service gaming, right? After launching a marathon and killing Destiny 2. The irony is palpable. It's it's about as brutal as it gets, right? This is like going to a homeless person and asking them financial advice. Like it's bad.
that it could quickly consume them. Shook up by this feedback, Last of Us Online development was scaled back in May of that year, with Naughty Dog reevaluating its future. By December 2023, they chose to cancel the project, saying they did not want it to overtake their studio and would instead focus back on the single-player games they are known for. This series of events left many concluding Bungie were responsible for The Last of Us Online's cancellation, and it caused a lot of anger from the PlayStation community. Keep in mind again that many had assumed Deviation's cancel game was also live service, meaning in the eyes of PlayStation fans, Bungie had now killed 2 of their games. Not exactly the best first impression, but I personally feel that anger was misplaced and avoided some of the important context. With The Last of Us Online, Bungie did not walk into Naughty Dog headquarters and say, "Don't make that game." They simply explained what it was going to take to support it. Naughty Dog did not feel they could handle that and chose to move on.
The irony of this is that Bungie saying things like what we've heard them say before, which is managing a live service game is like trying to fix an airplane mid-flight. Like imagine you have engine problems on your airplane mid-flight and you're trying to fix it. It's like that hard, right? And so that leads Naughty Dog to say, whoa, we don't want that stress. We're not trying to crunch, year round or anything like that. So we're just going to run away from this live service thing. The irony though is that then Bungie comes out with another live service game. So they basically scare everyone away by saying, "Oh, these live service games, they're so hard, but watch us, we're going to have 2 of them for some god-awful reason." Like if it's that hard to have one live service game, why on earth would you sign up for 2? Like what? Like where's the logic here at all? Like I would love to get an answer from an actual Bungie dev on this. I would love to say this to their face. Be like, "How did you present this and then do this? Like what, how did we connect these dots here? This doesn't make any sense." And the worst part about it is to do that while having multiple rounds of layoffs. So now imagine you're in an airplane, okay? And they're like, beep, 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 engine failure, engine failure. And you're like, well, hell, I'm an airplane technician. I guess I'll just fucking crawl out into the cockpit and try and fucking fiddle around and fix this engine. And then while you're there, you hear across from you, beep, 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 beep. There's another airplane in the air next to you. And they're like, hey, we need you to come fix our airplane too. And then, so you have to fix 2 live service airplanes, but then you also had 2 rounds of layoffs. So in the middle of this, someone comes up and shoots you in both of your legs. And so you're like, oh my God, now I'm bleeding out of my legs. I have to fix the engine on this airplane while then go somehow manage to transfer from one airplane to another mid-flight and fix the engine on that airplane. Like, and you think this was the winnable scenario. This was the thing that was going to save your company. Like, you wrote this down on paper and you're like, that's it. That's exactly what we're going to do. Like, this is the most illogical sequence of events to possibly ever happen in gaming. The outcome, no matter what, was going to be disastrous for everyone and everything. The tiniest iota of a chance that Bungie would pull this off was if Marathon was like literally Fortnite levels. Like, Marathon would have had to have been Fortnite levels of success. That was the only chance. It was like the biggest gamble ever. And it didn't make any, and it was unnecessary. It didn't make any sense. And they gambled and lost, dude. They gambled and lost. But honestly, if you're addicted to gambling, you got to respect the fucking delusion, right? Like, that's pretty crazy. Imagine you take all your money, you liquidate all your assets right now. Like, I'm speaking to you. Like, imagine you literally liquidate all your assets, everything. Take your rent money, sell your TV, fucking turn off the power in your house, sell your shoes, and you fucking walk barefoot to the fucking casino and you just slap down every last dollar you have on the fucking blackjack table and you just bet it all, dude. It's like, fuck it, we're going all in, dude. Like, god damn, what are you thinking? Like, the outcome if you lose is not good. And that's what I literally feel like that's what it was. And they, even as they explain live service, it feels like even they were aware of it and they still went forward with it. Which is why there's some fucking tomfoolery here. There's some fraud in here somewhere. I'm telling you, there's some weirds going on here. We've been talking about this. There's something odd about this. A few guys left with tens of millions of dollars and everyone else is just scratching their head. Sony's pissed off. Something ain't right.
While that was certainly disappointing for those of us who wanted to play the game, I can't say I'm too upset at that outcome. How many times have we seen a traditional single-player studio try to transition to live service? And how many times have we seen that completely blow up in their faces? A Naughty Dog distracted by the support necessary of a live service game is a terrifying outcome, and I'm glad it didn't happen. The only real shame here is that they wasted so much time before coming to that conclusion. And the fact that Sony even needed Bungie to come in and explain these things in the first place is a pretty clear indicator of why their live service push went so poorly. How did you allow your most important first-party studio to spend years on a live service game without properly outlining how they would support it? That should have been a conversation that took place on day one, not something that comes up multiple years into development. So while it may have been easy to blame Bungie, I feel it was actually a sign of PlayStation's multiplayer incompetence more than anything else. And over the next several years, that multiplayer incompetence would come to define the PS5 generation, with colossal failures like Concord, various cancelled games such as a Twisted Metal reboot and a God of War live service game, and so many studio closures it's become hard to keep track. As we fast...
And I'm going to continue to throw this in here because I think it's an interesting tidbit. When we're talking about live service and Bungie, it was Harold Ryan, who was the Destiny CEO, the D1 CEO. He was the one that made Concord. Let that sink in if you haven't talked about that or haven't resonated with you. That someone, the guy that made and managed Destiny 1 for like 10 years left. And then the very next project he worked on with a bunch of ex-Bungie devs was Concord. He literally made Concord. Like the guy that made D1, which I'm still baffled about, because how did you cook up D1, which is just absolute cinema, and then you went and made Concord? Yeah, you guys got too weird with it. You got a little too weird with it. You lost the fucking plot. Like, I don't understand.
Forward to today, it seems PlayStation has largely accepted defeat, starting to scale back on live service, which leaves Bungie in a very weird spot. But first, we should rewind a bit and see what Bungie was up to while Sony's live service aspirations crumbled around them. When they weren't busy being blamed for game cancellations, Bungie was working on a new project of their own, Marathon. The first game they would make as part of PlayStation Studios was revealed in May 2023. As an extraction shooter reboot of their obscure IP from the 90s, it didn't exactly have the making of a mass market industry-defining experience Bungie fans had come to expect, but it was said to be a smaller, more experimental project for the team, one that wasn't supposed to replace Destiny 2 or take precedent over other potential projects. So with that in mind, Bungie faithful were willing to give the game a chance and see where things went. But that generous mentality would begin to shift as Marathon's development would become utterly chaotic. In October of 2023, Bungie saw 100 members of the team laid off as part of Sony's cost cutting across their studios. Destiny 2 player count.
It's crazy they were going 45% below projections. Like, god damn, 45%? I feel like Lightfall was truly, we talked about this before, but Lightfall really was the beginning of the end. Because 45% is like a massive miss. It's not even like, I mean, like 5%, it's like, whatever. You don't even mention 5%. 15%, it's like, yeah, that's not good. But, you know, maybe shit happens, you know? Anything below 25% is just absolutely disastrous. Like 25% and lower is crazy. 45 is absurd.
Had begun to fall off a cliff as its upcoming expansion, The Final Shape, was behind schedule, and Marathon was still years away, making Bungie a major target for job cuts. In July 2024, they saw another massive round of layoffs, with 220 employees affected. This meant over the course of just a few months, Bungie had dropped from around 1,200 employees to 850. Sony then ingested one of Bungie's unannounced projects, taking over development under a new studio that would later be unveiled as Team LFG.
Best case scenario for us, if we could go back in time, is Sony takes this project, right, away from Bungie and creates their own studio. I wish they had done the same thing with Marathon. Like, notice how there's like this big rivalry between the Destiny players and the Marathon players because it both comes back to Bungie, right? Like, we talked about this with the Mylan Games drama where like he's like, just let me play my fucking game. And like, there's all that between him and then like Aztecross, right? And then like, that's not just them, but it's like, then you go look on Reddit, you go look on Twitter, and you got this like crazy rivalry between these two things. The best case scenario for us would have been for Sony to take Marathon away from Bungie, strip them of Marathon, let Joe Ziegler, who's not even a Bungie guy, by the way, like Joe Ziegler is not even a Bungie guy. Why are we even calling this a damn Bungie project anymore? The game director isn't even a Bungie guy. Just take it away from them. Let Joe Ziegler and his old new studio, Marathon Studios, LLC, whatever, right? Let them make that game, and then it can be its own separate thing that is not associated with it. So that way, when Destiny 2 dies or crashes or burns, or maybe it doesn't in that scenario because Bungie actually focuses on it, right? But let's say it does. Then it's not like the jaded Destiny players saying, fuck you to the Marathon people, right? And appropriately so. Like, we're saying it now because we know that Bungie took Destiny devs and put them on Marathon, but in that situation, there would be a separation between the two, so that way Bungie just makes Destiny and some other studio makes Marathon. That would have been so much better for the discourse. My God, the number of people in the Destiny community that will not touch that project because of Bungie alone, because the name Bungie, it's disastrous. There's a lot of people, I see it every day. People talking about, I will never touch that game because of Bungie, is a comment I read on all the videos, on all the channels, across all social media regularly. That is a very common sentiment. So if it wasn't Bungie that made Marathon, I don't know, man. I think it would have been better. I think the game, I'm not sure the game's going to be wildly successful, but maybe it could at least not have to deal with another battle, right? Like, it's already fighting a battle on all fronts. At least in that situation, it doesn't have to deal with that on top of it, right? And the Concord team. Yeah, exactly. And then it could have been like Joe Ziegler. I think Joe Ziegler was like a Valorant guy, right? It could have been like from the makers of Valorant or something. I don't know. Fuck it. You come up with something, some marketing. You don't even need marketing in this day and age, right? These guys just launched Mecha Chameleon. The word mecha is even misspelled, and the game sold 15 million copies. Like, you don't even need marketing in this day and age because word of mouth is so palpable and so strong because of the interconnectivity of social media that if your game is just really good, everyone will find it in a very short amount of time. Like, you don't need that much marketing. So you don't need from the creators of Halo and from the creators of Destiny, and you don't really need any of that. Didn't really help you at all anyways. So I think that would have been way better.
So suddenly, Bungie looked around and saw their workforce had essentially been cut in half, Destiny 2 was struggling to stay afloat, and one of their promising internal projects was gone. So in the blink of an eye, their future had now become dependent on Marathon, a level of expectation it was never really built for. And that would only become more apparent throughout a disastrous 2025. Marathon was set for release in September of that year, with an alpha test coming in April. Responses to this test were less than ideal though, with players not yet sold on Marathon. Many worried about the current lackluster state of the game, considering its intended release date was not all that far away. But this disappointment would quickly be overshadowed by something much, much worse. In May of 2025, an artist on Twitter known as Antireal alleged Bungie had stolen her designs and put them in the game without permission. She had originally become suspicious all the way back in 2023, but chose to wait and see what actually made it into the player's hands. Once able to review gameplay footage of the alpha test, she was stunned to see blatant plagiarism of her designs. It was more than just some similar looking fonts, it was literal copy and pasted imagery, down to exact words, numbers, and iconography, including even her own personal logo. Bungie had
That was pretty bad. Her own personal logo in the game was pretty bad. We've talked about this a few times, and obviously Bungie made it right with them. They paid them a bunch of money, and they even admit, Antireal came forward and said that everything has been fixed according to my satisfaction. I sometimes wonder what the timeline would look like for Marathon if the Antireal. Oh, first the alpha did look terrible. I wish it had looked the way it looks now. At least it's a little bit better. Like, this looks just so bland and like literally Escape from Roblox. I wonder what the timeline would look like if Antireal, when she saw that it was like theft, if she like contacted Bungie about it like privately. Not that there's anything wrong with just doing a big public expose. I mean, sometimes you got to get people's attention, and boy, howdy, did they get the world's attention. That thing got like 100 million views in less than 24 hours. No one was expecting that. But I wonder if like they reached out to them privately, said, hey, you kind of stole my shit. You better fix this. You better write me a fat check, or else I'm going to go public with this in 48 hours, right? So like they would still have the same effect. But instead, it was straight up scorched earth. Fucking Bungie stole my shit. Fucking, and then the whole world came crashing down on their heads. And that was crazy. That's kind of the way social media is in a lot of ways. And I do get a little bit annoyed with that. And I'm not roasting Antireal in this, by God. I mean, like, they literally had their art stolen. But I do get a little bit annoyed in general where, like, there's not a lot of, like, just decency when we're, like, dealing with drama or controversies. There's a lot of just, like, this thing happened. Now it's time for me to shit on them on Twitter. And Twitter is just a cesspool of just hate and harassment anyways. Like, let's be real. There's no sane people on Twitter browsing Twitter for 8 hours a day. Like, everyone's just on there to try and find the next thing to shit on or cancel or like roast and like, harass, right? Like, that's like the whole point of the damn platform at this point. And so unfortunately it's like this platform for dunking on people and dunking on things. And boy, howdy did Bungie get dunked on. My God. I wonder what the timeline would look like if they didn't, like, because here's the thing, if Antireal messages them privately, right, the same result happens. She still gets paid a crazy paycheck, and then Bungie can kind of like scrub the assets and be like, holy shit, that was close. We almost just fucked and shot ourselves in the foot. And then maybe the game still comes out before our creators, like the whole, like, all I'm saying is, it's not to roast Antireal by any means, but I'm saying is that the way it happened was the worst case scenario for Bungie. An artist comes out, says, you stole my shit. Fuck you guys. A bunch of people have been stealing my shit. It's more corporate, these corporate greedy assholes do this all the time. She referenced other times when people had stolen their stuff, right? And she just went after him. Like, she went 100%. And, and it was felt. You know what I'm saying? It was felt.
Had gone through multiple other plagiarism controversies over the last several years, but this one was particularly devastating because Marathon's cool art style was just about the only thing anyone was actually praising about the game at the time, and now that was ruined too.
That's
In a
tough.
pivotal point of development where Bungie needed to sell audiences on their game, it had instead become the face of plagiarism. They promised to do right by the artist and conduct a review of their assets to remove all applicable imagery, but the damage was largely already done. As the team now prepared to sift through every single asset they had, all while addressing the many gameplay concerns from players, the decision was made to delay Marathon indefinitely, pushing back a game that was already years behind schedule even further. CEO of Bungie Pete Parsons stepped down 2 months later, with Sony announcing Bungie would lose its independent status and be restructured into a much more traditional role overseen by PlayStation Studios. So to recap, Sony had originally purchased Bungie in order to learn from them because they were so good at what they did in live service, but now, within just a few years, Sony was basically running the company themselves just to keep it from imploding. Fantastic stuff. By 2026, this new look Bungie was finally ready to release Marathon, and despite all of the negative press it had endured throughout development, it actually received fairly good reviews. I cannot speak to Marathon's quality, as I have not personally played it, mainly because I'm just not a big fan of the extraction shooter genre, but those who have played it extensively have had glowing things to say. Marathon also seems to be quite sticky, with those playing it staying engaged for many hours. The only problem, though, is that there aren't that many players to keep engaged. Marathon's player count numbers are far below what you would want to see from a major AAA release, and with PC reportedly being the game's largest platform, we can conclude its console numbers likely aren't much better. This brings us back to what I said earlier about Marathon's initial pitch. I don't know that it was ever really supposed to be a massive game. It is a reboot of a relatively unknown IP in a very niche genre, originally started as a secondary project. The problem, though, is
It's almost like they should have done a Destiny IP instead. Wow. what a novel idea.
that all the mayhem at Bungie throughout the 2020s now meant everything hinged on
Someone said, do you think that the delay of Marathon could be a factor of the killing of D2? I think that the game was delayed multiple times, right? And we know that when you go into production, which is the last stage of game development, that's when you hire the most people. And so those last second delays and those extensions, God, those are where the budget for a game balloons up like crazy. And that's why Marathon is reported to be around a $250 million game. When you compare it to a game like Arc Raiders, that's like 75 million. You're like, what? How do those two land with such wildly different budgets? And the reason is simply because of those delays. Like, you have multiple additional developmental cycles when you have the most amount of people hired for those super expensive Seattle prices. And then you have to keep extending another extension, another extension, another extension. Finally, it came to the point where Sony just said, listen here, motherfuckers. If you don't drop this thing by the end of March, you're fucking done. Like that, they said that's it. They said you will drop this project by the end of March, and if it ain't functioning, you guys can just pack it up. You're going home. And so then they started to crunch. The Bungie's like, hold, yes, boss. So they said, we're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that Marathon ships on its deadline. And so they literally take the Destiny devs and they said, yoink, you put on your Marathon hat, Jimmy. You're going to go make fucking Cryo Archive now. And they just started shipping people over. They started funneling people over because they literally had no choice. Fucking Hiroki Totoki out there just fucking literally cracking a whip on them, like in the studio, just fucking lashing down. They're mid fucking trying to develop the damn game. It was bad. It was a bad situation, and it absolutely led to the death of Destiny 2. Absolutely, this was a massive contributing factor. Massively. Marathon died. Marathon crawled so that Destiny 2 could die. Unfortunately. But ultimately, regardless of it being Marathon, being a contributing factor to Destiny 2's death, it comes down to Bungie's mismanagement. Like Bungie, in their mismanagement, led themselves into this situation. And it's for what we talked about before, which is that it's like trying to fix 2 airplanes while mid-flight when you're bleeding from both of your legs. And you're like, oh, well, like you set yourself up for an unwinnable scenario. There was just no world where this was going to land well. And they kept gambling and kept delaying and delaying and delaying and delaying until finally at the very end, they're like, fuck it. We're shipped. This thing goes live, dude. This thing goes live. It doesn't matter. And, and then we got what we got. And it wasn't good. It was not good, unfortunately. And you can love Marathon. You can enjoy some of the redeemable qualities of it, sure. But it ain't good. It doesn't have mass appeal. So it's the way it went down. They gambled and lost. Bungie.
On it. With Destiny in a bad place and their other internal project now in the hands of PlayStation, Marathon was kinda all they had left. But expecting a game like that to change the fate of a studio as big and expensive as Bungie was never going to work. Some fans hoped Marathon's slow start could convince the studio to focus back on Destiny, but quite the opposite was true. As in May 2026, Bungie announced Destiny 2's upcoming July update would be its last. And with reports stating there are currently no future Destiny projects in active development, that franchise is essentially now on ice.
But no, don't say why.
Guardian down.
I hate
Bad
to-
news didn't stop there, as another round of layoffs was right around the corner. This saw most of the Destiny team and a portion of the Marathon team gone, with nearly 300 more employees impacted. Needless to say, Bungie is not in a good place right now. They have lost over half of their team since being acquired by Sony, their most recent game flopped despite its quality, and their live service cash cow is now largely dead, with no future Destiny plans in sight. Even if Bungie and Sony chose to greenlight Destiny 3 like fans so desperately want, I don't even know if they could at this point. That project
I always find it funny when we talk about the quality of Marathon. And I'm not shitting on Marathon in this situation, but what I am saying is that in a capitalistic environment, right, when you try to come out with a product that competes in the shooter space, you got to one-up everyone, right? So like the quality being okay or acceptable or good or whatever 2026 quality is really not it. Like you're trying to compete against multiple multi-billion-dollar companies that have shooter games that are literally printing money every day. You got fucking CSGO. This game has 1 million players online at any given hour, 24/7, 365. It's got like fucking gambling mechanics ingrained into it. So it's like wildly addictive. I'm sure I don't even play the fucking game because I don't want to get addicted to fucking loot boxes and skins and shit. But you got that game, you got Fortnite, you've got Call of Duty, you got Battlefield, you got all these other games, right? You got countless shooter games. So having okay quality is unacceptable. You're entering in, it's like entering into a space and you're not, you have to outdo everyone. Or you have to undersell them, but some of those games, most of those games are free to play, so you can't undersell them, right? How are you going to undersell them? They're free. What are you going to start paying people to play Marathon? It's not possible. So you have to, if you can't undersell them in business, right? This is a strategy, this is a tactic used time and time again. Then you have to over deliver, right? You have to deliver such a quality product that everyone that's playing every other shooter game says, holy shit, this game is ass compared to that thing. Whatever that thing is, the new thing is, like, that's what you have to deliver. And it's like, you think to yourself, Lucky, that's not even possible. And you're right. You're probably right. It's probably not actually possible to make a new shooter game that's going to be wildly successful in the current climate. So why do it? Like, why gamble? You know what I'm saying? Why gamble? It's like gambling and it's fucking rigged for you to lose in the first place. Like, it's worse than gambling. It's literally just go burn your money. Like, if you really want to, just go burn your money. If you want to go start a shooter game in this space right now, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, the cards are just stacked against you too much. The shooter space is just really competitive, and Bungie thinking that they're going to come in with Marathon and that's going to be the big thing. It was just so unbelievably cooked, dude. Such a bad strategy.
project would take at least half a decade and cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and I highly doubt Sony is too interested in spending that much more on a Bungie team they've already lost so much on. And that right there is why I am confident saying PlayStation's purchase of Bungie is the worst acquisition in gaming history.
And I absolutely agree with you.
Not because they had some controversies or because they released a game that underperformed, but because there has never been a moment, not even for one single second, that Sony has seen any return on their investment. Bungie was supposed to help them maneuver the live service space.
Well, okay. I think that they launched it in 2022, and I think the next thing that came out was The Witch Queen. So they're like, hey, like I think that made some money. But after that, I think it all went downhill. I think initially the first year it was like, hey, we're cooking. We made The Witch Queen. Right? I think Witch Queen came out like February of 2022, right? That was like a month, like the acquisition was in January 2022. I think a month later Witch Queen came out.
And ensure the right games made it to market. They were supposed to act independently, rarely needing intervention from Sony. And they were supposed to bolster PlayStation's catalog, delivering high-quality games in a genre that Sony desperately needs to infiltrate. If one or maybe even two of those things didn't exactly go according to plan, you might be able to shrug it off. But the fact that every single one blew up more spectacularly than the last is almost more impressive than this whole thing actually going well. From day one of this partnership, PlayStation has done nothing but burn money on this wildly expensive studio for...
Someone said, let's be real, Bungie was at its best when it was an independent studio, that period between Activision and Sony. I mean, that time period is pretty slim. It wasn't that long. Bungie has always been, in bed with someone. They started off making a game for Macintosh. That was their big break. And then they jumped ship from that to Xbox and Microsoft and Halo, right? And that worked out for a bit. That's when they made the most money. Like that's when they were like, oh shit, we are rich. Like we just made millions and millions of dollars. And so then their hubris got to them and they're like, fuck it. Our shit don't stink. We'll just go make our own game. We don't need you, Microsoft. We got millions of dollars. So then they leave Microsoft. Then they get into bed with Activision, and it works out for a bit, but and then it starts to not work out, or then they go independent, right? Like just before the Activision controversies that dropped too, which that was interesting timing. So then they're independent. I liked them as independent the most. I feel like you have the most skin in the game, and you see people in general in business work the hardest when it matters to them. Like their equity means the most when they have some skin in the game, right? So I genuinely think that was maybe their best time period, perhaps. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Sony didn't make anything off Bungie. Yeah, Microsoft made $10 billion off Minecraft. They bought them for $2 billion. They profited $10 billion. Can you believe that? Sony paid double Minecraft. Sony paid double what Microsoft paid for Minecraft. Think about that. And definitely lost a lot of money for sure. Lost a lot of money, or I don't know what the exact details are. We don't know the exact finances. They didn't make it as much as they wanted, at least. To the point where they had to cut the whole thing off. I feel like Bungie's big problem isn't independence or being in bed with someone as much as Bungie's biggest problem is being a very hit or miss company. And it's hard to always hit. Don't get me wrong. It's hard to always hit. But the best thing that can happen for you is when you miss, that your misses are overshadowed by hits. Does that make sense? Forsaken. This is what we're talking about. Forsaken introduced so many new things. The Last Wish, the re-implementation of special ammo. The campaign was fucking awesome, fun. It's all these great things. It was a hit. We saw the player population charts for Forsaken. They were skyrocketed, right? But it also implemented Gambit, which was a miss, right? Gambit was a miss. Gambit was a miss. Look, I know you might say, I love Gambit. You don't love Gambit that much, right? You don't play it that much. You might play it once in a while and have fun, but Gambit was a miss overall. Right? Gambit didn't land that well with the large audience. So as long as your misses are overshadowed by your hits and they come out at the same time, you're cooking. It's fine. The issue is when you launch something and it's just a miss, and you don't have a hit to go along with it. Right? Talking to like a few different moments in time. Edge of Fate probably is a good example. Renegades has some pretty good examples of that. Even in those spots, there's some redeemable qualities to them, but not in the same way. Too many misses, right? And Destiny 2 Year 1 was a miss, right? That's the biggest issue with Bungie, I think. And it's hard to diagnose it perfectly, but it's just there were some big hits, and then there were some really big misses. And you think to yourself, how can someone be so genius to make this thing and then turn around and make this other thing? You know? Like I was talking about this the other day. It's like, imagine someone is a genius and they invent like the coolest invention ever, makes billions of dollars, fucking Scrub Daddy or whatever, right? That stupid sponge made billions of dollars. Can you believe that? Scrub Daddy sponge. Multi-billion dollar company. What the fuck? Now your next invention is a back scratcher and a toothbrush combo. So you can scratch your back, and then after you're scratching your back, you can brush your teeth. And when you're done brushing your teeth, you can scratch your back. It's like, what? Like you went from that to that? You know, you went from that to that? How did that happen? You guys went from Destiny to Marathon? And then the Destiny guy, the guy who made D1, Harold Ryan, the CEO of D1, went on to make Concord? And then even the D2 guys went from D1 year 1, 2, and 3 into Destiny 2 year 1? The hit or miss is crazy. The hit or miss, the hot and cold with Bungie, that is for sure. That is what needs to be studied. And that is the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway that should be like learned by other studios is like, what did Bungie do so wrong to be so hot and cold at times? And that we are so back, it's so over meme that we see all the time and time again. And you see that player population charts where it's like, everyone's playing, no one's playing, everyone's playing, no one's playing. It's like, what, how did they do that? You know, and how do we not let that happen again? Or how do we prevent that in future games or in our game? That's really the biggest takeaway, I think, from these studios. If they wanted to like do a case study of like Bungie and the live service games industry, that's the case study. That's the headline. That's that's what you focus on is why was it so fucking hot and then so fucking cold? Sure, like why couldn't they just go heat, banger, 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 like endless fucking just slam dunk after slam dunk after slam dunk to the point where we're just like, they can't stop winning. They can't stop winning. Like we couldn't have that timeline, right? It always had to be something good followed with something just complete and utter dog shit. And time again, that's the way it goes. And maybe that's just the way it goes in general. Maybe not every idea lands well. Maybe if you and I were to spit out 10 ideas of businesses right now, probably 8 of them would suck ass too. Maybe that's how it is. But so maybe there's no fixing it necessarily. But man, if they could have diagnosed that, if they could have figured out how to lock that in and nail that down, I really think that would have been so much better. Because the constant misses are just so fucking frustrating, right? And it just the setbacks set them back so far. Like think about, like we talk about this, it's like the Library of Alexandria burning down, right? Think about where Destiny 2 would have been at if Destiny 2 year 1 was successful on day 1. Imagine if we didn't scare everyone off, right? Like when you look at the population charts, right? Like this is the Library of Alexandria burning down right here. Truly, this is it's such an absurd analogy, but it is true. Like Curse of Osiris was our Library of Alexandria. Imagine if we launched this motherfucking game with 3.8 billion. Sorry, I'm sorry, getting ahead of myself here. Imagine we launched this game with 3.8 million people, and everyone was like, "This is amazing," and we just retained that audience, and we just like kept millions of people online. And like, ignore all this, you know what I'm saying? Imagine the graph just kept here the whole way, you know? Like, that would have been awesome. But unfortunately, whenever we have a hit, it's got to be followed up by a fucking catastrophic miss. There's no other way about it for Bungie. They will only ever follow a massive success with the biggest, most catastrophic failure possible. That's the only way they do things somehow. And it's just crazy, right? I think the clearest time of consistency is obviously, you can see the graph here, right? It's 2019 to 2024, right? This little 5-year period, there's still highs and lows, but it's not as jarring, right? It's not like, holy shit, like everyone's playing and then no one's playing and then everyone's playing and no one's playing. It's like, at least it's like somewhat consistent.
Basically no benefit. And for a company like Sony, that's no small thing. Microsoft, for example, can afford to spend for years on countless studios who aren't doing much of anything, but Sony doesn't have cash like that. That's why I don't think it's an exaggeration to say this may have been the single most damaging financial decision in PlayStation's history. The $3.6 billion they spent acquiring Bungie is gone, and none of it is ever going to be made back. And that's before we even consider the hundreds of millions more they've spent just keeping them afloat. What makes this even worse is that the money lost has had tangible effects across PlayStation Studios and the game output we've seen this generation. Imagine how many games could have been developed with that money. The Insomniac Games hack in 2023 revealed Spider-Man 2 cost $315 million to make, which was considered a comically large number, and yet they could have made 10 of those absurdly expensive Spider-Man games with the money thrown away on Bungie. Now think about the studio closures we've seen. Teams like Bluepoint Games would almost certainly still be around if it wasn't for the Bungie purchase. Sony probably could have kept Bluepoint up and running for like 5 years with the money they waste on Bungie in a single quarter, and I'm not even exaggerating. But with that money gone, someone had to go, and their teams will continue feeling this impact for many years. This is also why I say the future of Bungie is so uncertain right now. It would appear they have no current project ready for full-scale production or release, meaning Sony would need to keep being their lifeline for at least another half-decade. Do they have that kind of confidence in them to deliver something great? Can they trust that Destiny fans will still be engaged and willing to wait for all that time? Is this once great studio even still the same after losing so much of their talent? These are the questions PlayStation needs to answer, and they need to answer them quickly, because with each passing month, week, day, or even hour that goes by, this acquisition continues to look worse and worse. All of this leads me to the final point of this video, and while it's one I have made in the past, I simply must reiterate it. A decision like the Bungie purchase has had massive ripple effects throughout the PlayStation business, and it's one so catastrophic that it legitimately could have been fatal during a less fruitful time for the brand, which leads me to question how anyone involved with it still has a job. The two main men responsible for this were Jim Ryan, who was CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment at the time, and Hermen Hulst, head of PlayStation First Party. Jim Ryan is gone, having retired in 2024, a retirement that most assumed was one of those handshake agreements where we say it's a retirement instead of publicly firing you. So call it what you want, but either way, that problem is solved. The other culprit, on the other hand, remains. How does Hermen Hulst still hold a leadership role within this company? Can anyone show me a single thing he has done throughout the PS5 generation that has displayed an eye for talent, understanding of the market, or high levels of taste making when greenlighting games? PlayStation First Party was once their greatest asset, and it has deteriorated ever since he took over. All of these studio shutdowns and layoffs are because of his poor decisions. He let teams make games they never should have been making, he believed in products like Concord, and he signed off on the Bungie purchase. So apologies if I'm getting a little sick of his PR statements about how difficult these layoffs have been when they are a direct result of his failures, and yet his next check is still cashing all the same. It's the same shocking lack of accountability that I feel helped sink their main competitor Xbox, and PlayStation is now falling into the exact same trap. As I have outlined today, Bungie is legitimately the worst acquisition in gaming history, but somehow the man responsible for it is still the decision maker. And frankly, it's going to be hard for me to ever take PlayStation seriously again as long as that fact remains true.
Damn. All right, there it is. The worst acquisition in gaming history. And that came to us from Zach Lilypad. Great video. And a very nice breakdown of the situation. I agree with his points. And we've been talking about this for a little bit, so I wanted to see what they're cooking up and why the video is trending. And yeah, everything was accurate. And It is going to be written down as probably one of the worst ones ever. I mean, the only thing that could theoretically be worse is the bigger acquisitions that maybe lose more money. I'm not sure. I have to go keep tabs on which one will get the worst evaluation over the next few years, but it's definitely a bad one, right? 3.6 billion down the drain is brutal. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section below. All right. Did you guys see a picture of the main GTA 6 dev team? Yeah, a lot of people. Oh, Sakura Gaming has gifted a sub. Thank you very much, Sakura. A lot of people have been saying GTA 6 might be cooked, and I absolutely hope that's not true. The problem with GTA 6 is that the game is kind of built off of being pretty controversial. But in this day and age, being controversial is way more now than ever before, right? Like, being controversial now, god damn, the shit people say casually online now would have been crazy 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you know? Nowadays, controversy and discourse has gotten scaled up so much. So can GTA meet that modern standards for, being the crazy game? Or is it going to be like super watered down freaking Hello Kitty Adventure Island? We'll see. I hope they don't shit the bed. I hope that they stick to their identity of what made GTA so cool all those years and all that time. But, there's definitely some evidence that it could be disastrous. I'll still play it no matter what. I'll still cover the news on it, So like I got to cover the news on something, It's going to be the biggest gaming news story no matter what, success or failure. So we'll be there to cover it. They have 1 to 3 billion in pre-orders. We don't have the numbers just yet. Those numbers that are reported are those are just pure speculation. Like Rockstar hasn't announced the number of pre-orders just yet. So there's a lot of rumors about how much money they made in the pre-orders, and it's just some speculation. There's nothing solid. No physical drama as well as pre-order numbers. Yeah, it's gonna be nuclear. Yeah, it's a really crazy time for games right now. These game companies are going through it, and unfortunately, we're paying the price with our beloved Destiny 2 IP going down the drain. Unfortunately. All right. No more depressing news. No more drama, controversy. Actually, maybe more drama, more controversy. But more importantly, we are going to play Palworld for a little bit. All right? And the reason why we're playing it is because it just came out. This game is super hot. This game is super on fire. Everyone's talking about this. I want to jump into it. We're going to capture these. Dude, I want to show you guys what I was doing offline yesterday. This will blow your mind a little bit. Let me just change this to Palworld. And if you're not interested in watching, I understand. But I can promise you I'm about to have a lot of fun. And shit's about to be average stream bitrate too high. What? My bitrate is too high for the stream. Yes, we are playing Palworld. Yes, sir. That's right. All right, here we go. All right. Let me adjust these alerts here. Make sure these alerts are working. I'm playing it right now. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Sakura. My alerts are straight bugging, dude. All right. This is Palworld Day 3, fully and completely addicted. I was playing offline last night, so I'm going to show you my base now. Here we go. Click this. Oh, I've been waiting for this. I haven't enjoyed a game so much that I played off stream in a while. It's been a while. Just purely playing for the love of the game. So this is where I'm at right now. Okay. We got the base. We got the berry farm is on lock. Yes, that's right. We got the pals. Okay, so the pals all stay on the base. They feed themselves. Let's see here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 9 pals on my base. They sleep. They feed themselves. It's incredible. How many beds do I have here? I got 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm on fire now. 4, 7. I only have 7 beds. I guess I should make another bed. But yeah, they're doing work. Once you get these guys working for you, life gets really good. What is this? What is a monitoring stand? Oh, interesting. There's so much to do with the building that I'm like lost. I'm trying to make a pallet bed. Hey, what the hell's going on? People trying to fight me over here? Let's put that there. Let's put that there. We should have like tons of pal beds. There you go. Alright. Yep. You need to have the elite stratagem between the... You got the pals that are... The monkeys do the work. Okay? This guy's watering the plants. This guy's planting seeds. This guy. And then they pick up the seeds. This is like crazy. Once you get to this stage, the game is kind of on... Not easy mode, but... It's definitely... You want to get to this stage as fast as possible. Because now they're just... They're making more berries than they're eating, if that makes sense. So basically I have infinite food farm. Infinite food farm. And you love to see that. Now I'm just left to quest a little bit. I went around and I flew around from different areas to kind of unlock the map. And some fast travel points. I went up here and there was level 45 pals. And I almost got one hit killed and died. Thankfully, I barely escaped out of there, so I'm not going back there until I'm properly leveled. I am level 20 now, which means I can craft guns, which I guess I should actually do that. I should craft my first gun. Let's do that. Technology. Weapon workbench. I think I made this, right? Is this somewhere around here? I think I made this over here. Did I not make this? Maybe I didn't have the materials to make it. Let's go. Build weapon workbench. Oh, I need wooden boards. That's what I need. My base upsets me. My base is very sloppy right now. Like, this is not what your base should look like. That's insane. I don't know what happened there. But it's kind of like a first base. You know? We're going to make a better base later on. This is like this is a base of efficiency. This is like when your stream setup or your gaming setup has no cable management. That's more like what this is. Alright, this guy sucks. This guy is awesome. This guy is also awesome. What are my most powerful Pokemon right now? I want to use level 20 stuff since I am level 20 now. So that way I don't get clapped. I guess I'll take you with me. Are we fighting someone? Oh, we're going to sleep. They came and they did like a raid on my base. And so I intentionally am leaving some guys that are like kind of powerful. So that way my base doesn't get raided too badly. Got this, got this. I'm going to put you here. This guy is a real workhorse, so we put this guy here. I keep this guy here so that way I have someone doing stuff at night. I like this guy. I don't know if there's a nighttime raid, But if there is a nighttime raid, I kind of want this guy here because he stays awake. That makes sense. I'm a little bit paranoid about these raids coming up and trying to, like, steal my shit, kill me. You can destroy stuff very easily. Press B and then build C to disassemble. I might do that. I might do that, but hey, what does that sound? What's this? We building some shit here? I'll go back and manage my base a little bit more in the future. There's a lot going on right now. Ah, you're a pal tamer, huh? Must be a decent one if you've made it all the way out here. I've stationed this village by the PDFs. Goddamn. To tell you the truth, there's been some trouble going on lately. All right, let me know. Point me at them. Yep, I'm gonna go murder them. The brothers of the Eternal Pyre, they're as good as dead. Listen to what the villager has to say. Hey, pal tamer, what's that? Yep, brothers of Eternal Pyre. They're hauling something. Was freaked out. Gotcha. Oh, I gotta go. What? I gotta go over there now? 400 meters over there? Oh, shoot. This is why I bring this guy. This is where it's at. What's that? Oh, shit. Oh, that's a level 34 guy? Pirate. I don't think I should fuck with a level 34 guy just yet. The dry, sandy beach. Oh. We hungry now? Alright, let's go in my inventory. I think I grabbed a bunch of those berries, yeah. Now that I got these berries, just feed all my Pokemon with the berries. Excellent. What is that? What level is that guy? Curious. Because I might capture him. I just need more level 20. Oh! Oh! Oh, level 30 guy? I think I could take that guy on. Let's see what happens here. Oh! Oh! It was a prank! Oh shit. Yo, he got clapped. What? Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey, do not cook me. Do not cook me here. That was a mistake. It was a mistake. Oh my god. I'm venturing too far. The problem is I'm doing quests that are for like level 30 people and I am level 20. So I'm in too deep. I can't be stopped though. Level 38. Oh my god. This is a good way to lose all of your loot permanently. It's basically a guide on how to throw in Palworld. Roam in way farther than you're supposed to. See, why is this guy 25 and he's surrounded by 30s? What is going on here? What are you doing? Brothers of the Eternal Pyre. They worship the fire. Ooh. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go find them. A little too hot to handle. It sounds like they're gonna have a bunch of fire Pokemon. Have you done any fishing yet? I have not done any fishing yet. Should I do some fishing? That RSOX got clapped so fast. Intense heat. Oh shit, so during the day it gets intense heat because it's like a volcano. So this kind of cooks my health a little bit. Nice. There's like floating islands over there. Dude, the map for this is crazy. Is there good fish to catch? I imagine there's some good fish Pokemon, right? Need to catch the equivalent of a Palworld Gyarados. Good, good, good. What did I manage to figure out? Alright. Defeat Axel and the Brothers of the Eternal... Oh. I should, like, capture... Maybe I guess I have all 20 Pokemon, right? Oh, no. Drop Pal? I can drop him? Who's this guy? 25 Elise Punk. I could get this guy. Get his ass. Oh shit, we clapped him so fast. Oh my god. Oh my god. Huge. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Now he's in my party. Good. I don't think I should go fight this guy just yet. I think I should probably capture some more stuff. I feel like I do not have the right fire team with me here. A bunch of these guys are here. A dumb mud? I wish I could separate them a little bit, you know? Fuck it. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Is that a shiny one down there? The golden one? Oh, this guy. Hey! Stop shooting that! You're shooting the wrong guys! Dude! What are we doing? You are the dumbest Elfredran I've ever met in my entire life. What is wrong with you, sir? He's out there fighting the fish on the fucking ocean side, and there's the samurai guy is shooting me. Idiot. Let's put this. I need some better freaking Pokemon. That's what I need. I need to catch. I like these Elphadrans, dude. These Elphadrans, these guys just clap ass, dude. They unless they shoot the wrong guy. Aside from shooting the wrong guy, they just clap ass consistently. Let's see if this guy's any good. This guy charges up a really powerful shot, but other than that, he doesn't really gonna be doing a whole lot. Oh, I caught this guy. I wanted to see if he was gonna be any good. And then put this guy in my party. I'll put you out here. I gotta go back there and get my stuff. I was on a mission for like an hour where I was gonna catch like 5 Elphadrans. And then I fought one that was level 30, and he basically clapped my cheeks so bad I was like, yeah, I'm not trying this ever again. And then I tried to catch the like mammoth guy, and he was level 38, and I fought him for like an hour. And I actually had put up a good fight against him. But every time I threw a ball at him, it said like had like a fucking 2% chance of capturing him. Even after I weakened him, it said I had like a 2% chance of capturing him. So eventually I just had to give up. I wonder if this guy is good. You think this guy's good? I caught him and I was like, maybe he'll be badass. I wanted to capture one of those samurai guys, unfortunately though. Every time I fight them, they just fucking cook me. Intense heat. Getting fried by the heat right now. Nah, fuck it. We're gonna go get Elphadrans, dude. Elphadran farm is happening. What was that? Shark Pokemon? Ooh, let's grab this. Nice. Stardew Valley fishing is good. You can find XL pals. Look for the purple sparkles in water. Probably one of the best fishing minigames in gaming. Really? Is it that good? Oh, is this the guy? Oh, this is someone else. Who is this? I don't know who this is, but I'm going to capture them. Ooh. Huge. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into fishing then, apparently. I gotta make a fishing rod. Every game has fishing in it somehow. This is the true end game of these, of all games, is fishing. In the end, that's what we'll be doing, is fishing. Yeah, this guy, I tried to fight this level 30 Alpha Dran. That was not going well. So let's go here. Oh, what dookie face game is this? Hey, yo! No, he did not, chat. He... No, he did not. This is Palworld. This is my game of the year. This beats Crimson Desert for me. Trying to spot the Alpha Drans. There are none in sight. They're kind of like around this area generally. D2 fishing was peak fishing. Oh, that's right. I have to go back to a base. I'm going to try and catch this level 30 Alpha Dran because that's the only... There was a bunch of them here before. And then apparently I scared them all off. Every time I fast travel here, they don't spawn in. So maybe it's the fast traveling that's like cooking it. The RNG spawns or something. There's just a bunch of these stupid birds I don't want. Whenever I fast travel to the other spot, they're here. If I just get like... I just want 4 Alpha Drans and then a flying bird, and then I'm good to go. I need to make this real quick, though. Nightwing saddle. I did, what was this? There was a saddle for my other flying bird. Their name is... Helzifer. I don't know if this guy is good or not. Get a Helzifer saddle. I have an Alpha Dran saddle, apparently. That's good. I'm trying to see where that Helzifer saddle is, even. I swear I saw it here for a bit. Arsock saddle? Maybe I imagined it? Maybe it's not real? Maybe I already unlocked it? Question mark? Maybe it's later on? Oh yeah, it is. It's level 25. What the fuck? Okay, so that's not gonna work. So I'm not gonna make that. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna take you off. I'm gonna take you off, probably? I don't know. I need to figure out what is super effective against what, so that I can, you know, start strategizing my battles a little bit more. So when I click on this, oh, whoops, that's not what I want to do. How do I know what type it is? It's a purple, so this is like ground and water. It's like psychic, grass. A Destiny style Borderlands remake? Yeah, that's what they were saying. That's what they're saying. I don't know if the leaks are true, but that's what they were chirping about. I'm doubting though. This guy looked interesting. He's fire type. Alright, 35 more seconds for this guy. So we'll grab him and then we're going to try and capture you. You are getting captured, bud. You think I can even capture a level 30 with only being level 20? Is that even possible? Well, it's good, Nether. How's it going? We're going to try and take on this level 30 Alpha Dran. I'm not joking. I went down here and I fought this guy. This level 38 Mamorest. I fought this guy for like an hour. I actually had a really good strategy for it. I put a base down. I'll show you later. I might try it again. But I put a base down and then I was spawning my base Pokemon so I could fight 7 Pokemon at a time versus him. I was kind of fucking him up for a bit. The only problem is I got him really low health, and then every time I threw a Pokeball at him, it still said like 4% chance of success. And so it didn't even like try to capture him. So at a certain point, I just thought, this is chalked. This is just not going to work. Oh, don't do that. What the hell? Alright, let's see what we can do here. No, that is absolutely not happening. I regret this decision. I'm gonna do the same strat over here. I'm gonna see if this works. You guys ready for this? I think this is either Galaxy Brain or this is the dumbest thing I've ever done. There's no in between. I'm gonna try the same. I'm gonna build a base on top of that Alpha Dran, and then make like 30 of these things real quick. Is he making it? Is he stomping shit? What's he doing? Just got this guy healing up. This guy healing up. I'm gonna build a base on him, and then I'm gonna spawn all my Pokemon on it, and then they're all just gonna fuck him up. Watch this. Transfer. Oh no. Dismantle base. Yep. So now I've dismantled that base. So basically I have my main base, and then I have a portable base. That's my fuck around find out base. So this is how this goes down. So the goal is to put this base in a strategic spot here. A strategic spot where I can't get blasted too much. You know, I got like a little bit of cover. And then we'll make the Alpha Dran, whatever the hell his name is. Alpha Dran, yeah. We'll make him aggro. And then we'll be able to constantly respawn Pokemon. I think I want like the high ground or something. I think the high ground's probably the play. Ooh, chest here. Nice, yes, yes. So this is what we do. We go build. Here. All floors must be touching the ground. Oh, shit. Okay, wait, we kind of go over here. We kind of tuck it back here a little bit. Alright. If this works, this will be epic. If it doesn't, this will be very sad and pathetic. Alright, so this is how this is done. So you go here, and then you spawn in your most powerful Pokemon, right? Because normally you can only fight like one-on-one. But if you build a base next to the guy, Then you can fight like an unfair 10 versus 1 Pokemon battle. So that's the stratagem here. So I'm just grabbing all my most powerful Pokemon now. If it's not level 20, it ain't fighting. Oh shit, they're tearing up some fucking random. Alright, so this is everything I got right here. Alright. And then I spawn in Elphadran, and then I aggro on this guy. Prepare to die. Oops. Get him! Get him! That's what I'm talking about. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, dude! We are cooking this guy. Holy crap. Holy shit. Oh my good lord. Oh my god. This is incredible. I gotta slow it down. I don't want to kill him. Come on. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Bro. Come on. Oh my god, yes. True Destiny player having to cheese. Hey, that's not cheesing, dude. That might be a little bit cheesing, yeah, you know. That might be a little bit cheese. But hey, you know, I got a level 30 Elphadran, a gigantic one now. A raid is approaching on my base. What are you going to raid? There is nothing here. Oh, we got the negotiator here. Oh, are you going to negotiate? What are you going to do? Tear my base down with nothing there? So you're asking for a bribe of 1,000 coins. Hell no. Get out of here. You know what? That's it. You're mine now. I'm gonna put you to work on the farm. You're going to work on the farm now, negotiator. Alright, let's put you here. A raid! Oh no! What even is this? Alright. What an epic raid! That was crazy. Wave 2 of the raid? It's the level 31? I'm trying to find where's the level 31? This one's level 31. Oh, he's being scaled down. Hey. Hey. Huge. Raid defeated. Uh-oh. This poor Bristler. What are you thinking? Alright. Beautiful, dude. Beautiful. See, this is the stratagem though. The portable base. Ordinarily, did you see what happened when I put one Elphadran out there? I'm level 20, so it scaled it down to a level 20, and I was doing no damage to it at all. But when I throw 10 Pokemon out there, that's when shit gets serious. I want the level 31. Where's the... I can't tell which one's which. I thought the level 31 is like bigger, if that makes sense. Let's see, I want to put them all out here. It's like an oversized one. Are they all the same size? Maybe chopping down some wood. I think one of them is... Are they the same size? No, one of them's way bigger, right? Yeah. Yeah, the level 30 guy, he's huge. It's awesome. Now I have an army. An Elphidran army. Let's take these guys off this. You think I could capture that level 38 guy now? Level 38 Mamorest. That's tough. Oh, what is this guy up here? Level 55 Anubis? God damn. A level 30 Blazeout? I guess if I just caught that other one, then I probably could do that. Let's do this. Let's go up here. Let's go here. Damn, Palworld now? Destiny is truly dead? Unfortunately, yes. I'm going to try and take on this, like, legendary bird, because that would be pretty cool. If I could capture it, I would probably have, like, a super powerful army. It's a Blaze Howl. Actually, I don't know. What is this thing, actually? And so, let me go here. I'm going to pull my base up again. The portable base stratagem. Defeated. Dismantle this base. All right. So I have these three guys, and then these guys. I guess this is... Hey, don't fuck with me right now. Okay, so we're gonna try and do this again. Insufficient materials? I need stone? Are you kidding me right now? Alright, what is your problem, bruh? You're about to get absolutely smoked. Weapon is damaged? Oh god. I'll make a new pickaxe. Inventory full? What is going on? I gotta drop some stuff. I will drop this wood. Inventory full still? Oh. It's a different, it has to be a whole stack of something. I guess I'll drop this wheat seeds. Grab. Build this right here. Right here. Really? Bruh. You're about to get destroyed. Alright, so now this is completed. Hey. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up, bud. Bet you regret doing that, don't you? Cooked your ass. Right. Let's put this here, this here, this here. This guy up here. That's my level 31 there. Let's put this here. Alright. That's what we're looking to do right there. Yes, sir. This is the all my dragons and all my Arsocks are all out at the same time. Oh yeah. Alright, wait. I'm gonna go fast travel back here and pick up these Pokeballs that I made. Because I also have to heal up a little bit. When I come back, grab these, yes. Make sure I have enough to... Alright. Oh, dude, I'm so ready. Oh my god, what is going on here? Oh, I should go deposit some stuff in my inventory. My bad. Let's go back down here. Got way too much stuff. I'll deposit stuff in this chest and then we'll head out. So that way if I drops any good items I can use them, I guess. Alright, perfect. Now I am ready. Alright, just in case this doesn't go down the way I think it's going to go down. So I actually don't know what's about to happen. Enter dungeon? Oh shit, that is not what I think it is. I thought they were going to spawn out here. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. That is not... Nope. That's not going to work the way I thought it would work. I don't think I'll be able to fight them then. I think I'll be too underleveled. We need to stop doing that. Let's go here. It's just a room with a giant pal in it? Really? Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think I could fight them, because then I can only fight them one-on-one. I wouldn't be able to build a base in there and fight 10 versus 1, which is what I'm trying to do for this cheese stratagem. So I don't think that's going to be the plan for me. I think I'll go back here and I'll actually fight this guy now that I got the right strat set up. Unless you think I could do it with level 20 stuff. You can cycle through your 6 pals. Yeah, I know I can cycle through them, but when you fight only one at a time versus a level 30 thing, it just chunks your health down and you don't really make the progress, you know? If that makes sense. Like, it's just too powerful, basically. I'm getting leveled up, though. I'm getting closer to where I could probably take that guy on. I'll see if this guy's any good. Alright, let's go down here and let's fry this guy real fast. Once I make a little bit more progress, should be able to get that. 1,000 meters over here. Oh, I should capture this guy. I've been trying to catch this guy for a while. Yeah. Oh, we're kind of messing this guy up. Dude, what the heck? No, he's too good. Fuck. That guy is the worst, dude. I had him like 1 HP and I hit him with so many of these freaking... I need a better ball, dude. Fuck you, get back here. I'm not done with you yet. I'm not done with you yet. Dude, what is this guy? Fuck it hell. I give up. Dude, if I don't capture him in this next one, I'm actually giving up. Oh, wait, I'm making progress. I'm making progress. Why is it not hitting a crit? I give up on capturing this guy, dude. I give up on capturing this guy. What can I even do? He's 1 HP and I am using the most powerful ball I could possibly make at this stage in the game. So this guy is just laughing at me. You know what? I'm just gonna I'm gonna kill this guy for that. Fine. Get clapped, idiot. Yeah. Stupid freaking turd. Oh man. Obnoxious, dude. God, that guy's tough. Doesn't make any sense. He must be good though, right? Like, if he's that hard to capture, then it must be really worth it when you get one, right? That's what my hope is. He better be really good for all the fucking heartache and trouble he gives me every time I try to capture him. Go down here and capture one. Oh, I can't fast travel there. Go back over here. Combine grapple and glider together, it just launches you? Really? New travel... Yeah, people were talking about that a little bit. Well, this is like... I should probably get this. Oh, this is not a collectible? What is this guy? A Van Worm? Van Worm. You need to have and use a crossbow? Huh. Ooh, what's that? A Gigasphere? Oh god. That's the more powerful Pokeball, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Hypersphere? Wait, since when did I unlock that? A Gigasphere and a Hypersphere? I didn't even know I had that. I could have probably caught that guy. Damn it. That's my favorite flying Pokemon, like Dragon Link one. Ah. Might come back here and and capture some of this stuff. Do you think I can even beat Axel in this right now? I don't even know. Oh no, there's too many of them together. I'm trying to single them out, you know? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey. What? He's blowing fire as he's in the Pokeball. Oh. Did I not save this before? What was I thinking, dude? Of course there's one of these here. Of course. I don't know if I'm even properly leveled. I feel like the amount of Pokemon that just clap him. Hey. I found him again. This time you're going down, buddy. This time you're going down. Let's push him off the edge of the map. Oh shit. Oh shit, he's kinda... there. Stop shooting the wrong fucking guy. What are we doing, dog? Oh shit. Oh good lord. Dude, this guy is gonna be the death to me, I'm telling you. My favorite part is my Pokemon in the middle of this intense battle getting distracted by some random ass fucking dude coming along. Oh shit, I didn't pick my stuff up. Oh shit. Oh come on, I threw a Gigasphere even. Oh my god. This guy had better be the best Pokemon ever. Is he eating the meat of the freaking... of me? What just happened? Electricity and freezing help catch Poke as well, really. This guy is destroying me right now. This guy is just completely humiliating me. Please. Please. Oh, good God. That's my greatest Pokeball. Oh. I'm so dead. This guy is the worst, dude. This guy is absolutely owning me.
Yep. 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 Oh. Yeah.
Please. No. Oh.
Yep.
I did it. I caught the bushy. This better be the strongest Pokemon to ever exist. This guy has caused me more trouble. This guy better be the best. This guy better be the best. I just gave this guy... I did everything fighting this guy. Let's put this in here. This fucking guy, dude. The bushy. It's like a little samurai guy. I like him. I feel like I got a good group now. Alright. I caught this Alphadran. Mammorest here. Can't get that guy. Blaze Howl. Is there no other guys to like fight, I guess? Like the easy fights? I guess I could go. Where else could I go? Could try to get this. What else levels me up, right? Tomato plantation? The musket? Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta make my musket. I need wooden boards. I forget where I went to make wooden boards. That makes sense. Like what table makes wooden boards? A high quality workbench? Wait until you see the dark version. Oh no. Coarse ammo, gunpowder, bear trap, the Vanworm saddle. What is a Vanworm saddle? Oh, is that the guy I just caught? I think that was the guy I just caught, right? A Vanworm level 30. Yes, that's what I need. Oh, that's so good. I can put a saddle on a level 30 guy, so when I go around... Oh, this is good. Start production. Good. And then I'll have... Oh, my party has just gotten so much more powerful. Dude, I am locked in now. I got the Vanworm, the Bushy, and then I'll have 3 Elphadrans. This is the most powerful group I've had so far. This is basically like all... I'm stacked now. I'm stacked. Let's go in here. They're just farming. Look how fast they're farming berries up. It's crazy. They just casually take half those berries. They just keep farming up berries. Don't even have to do anything. I got a bunch of mega spheres. I guess I could make more of them. I actually had a crazy strat that was working for a bit. I'll go back to doing that. I don't even know if this is actually like a good idea or not. Wait, let me see here. Let me go back here. Go back here. You guys are gonna laugh at my idea. But this is what I'm doing to fast farm my ingots up. So I take this guy with me. I guess I could take this guy too. I'll put you here, why not? I don't know what good you are, so I'll leave you here. And then I go up here. I go here. This is the stratagem. At least, I guess it doesn't really matter because I don't need the mega balls as much anymore. But I was going here. I was pushing build. Oh, I need 3 stone. Really? Really? 3 more stone? I always leave without the proper materials. Alright, let me go back here. Grab 3 stone. Back here, grab this. Oops. Yeah, I do that when a raid boss or world boss is very hard to kill. Yeah. So I go here. Go here. So this is... I don't know if this is like actually galaxy brain or stupid, but it felt pretty smart to me. I just use one base as a portable base. So what I do is I push build, I get this thing out. Walk forward already. I build this thing here. Is this flat enough? Not flat enough, I guess. What? Why don't they let me build it here anymore? Too close to a special boss? What? That's so funny. I built that there earlier. Did they like put a freaking hotfix in? Did they nerf my farm? Oh, can't build any more bases. Yeah, what the heck? I was gonna say. Gotta dismantle this base. So I build. Yeah, go back here. So I just put it right here. Put it right here. And then I build this. Make your base where they spawn. Well, this is something different. This is, I'm put this here. And then I go into it, and then I just put this guy here. I put this guy here. And this guy just starts making crazy amounts of iron. See, they just start smashing this shit. And so then I just leave. And it's not like a permanent base or anything. I just leave, and then I come back. And then I have like 1,000,000 ingots of the iron ingots. That's how I've been farming them up for the material that I need. I wonder if it gives me a... Oh, let me see. I need the technology for it. I need to be able to make a more powerful Pokeball. What stage can I do that? A Hyper Sphere. I had a Mega Sphere. I threw that at him. Even that didn't catch. An Ultra Sphere. Damn, they got some crazy ones out here. A Legendary Sphere. Jeez. Yeah, I gotta get... That's where I gotta get. Oh, Gigasphere. That's what I unlocked. So I need more ingots and stones. Yeah, so now that I'm 20, I need to start throwing these out. See, I just go here, I pick up this. And then I fast travel. These guys just start... These guys will absolutely fry that iron there. And I bring it back to this base. The reason why I was doing this is because I feel like having 2 bases is like too much. I don't think you want to have 2 bases. It's a lot to manage. Put that on there, and then I put this one on here. And then the fire Pokemon come along. Yeah. They do their fire Pokemon thing. And we got them cooking that up. And then... You want to have as many bases as possible? Really? I was worried that... I guess maybe you could get... Well, what is the advantage to having multiple bases, though? You just fast travel back to your main base. What is the logic of why you want more, I guess? Well, this guy's cooking ingots fast. Oh, I have 100 ingots here. Oh, God. Yeah, just make as many of these as humanly possible. What am I lacking in here? Your bases are farms? Like, we'll explain this. Explain it. 23 orders now? I think this guy gives up. He gives up at night, though. Can I show you some bush? Probably just say it right now. So I'm trying to... This will be like a recording for YouTube. I don't want to edit it all out in the middle. I have to scroll an hour and a half in and edit it out. Good. So yeah, this guy, he's working... This guy works at night because he's a dark Pokemon. That's good. Oh, I got my saddle now. So now I can ride this guy. Oh, this guy has way more stamina. Oh, shit. This guy is awesome. Yo. Yes. Yes. This is so much better. My God, look how high up I am. Jeez, how high up can you go? Good God. This guy, this is awesome. I'm flying way better now. Alright, this is good. He also fight... He also... Oh, he does! Oh! Dude, this guy is goated! Yes, this was a great catch. Thank you for that, Ant. That was a great find. Oh my God. Alright, I need to get my Gigaspheres up. So I have a more powerful Pokeball now. I need Palladium frag. Yeah, see that's what I need a farm. I need a farm that does. I need a farm that does palladium fragments and ingots. Palladium fragments are what I run out of the most. I was trying to wonder if there's like a certain section where there's a bunch of them where I could drop a base at, you know? Palladium fragments. That's what I'm running out of the most. Oh, it's important if you want to progress? Oh. Oh, yeah, true. Guess I should see what I need. Build a cooking pot, build a wheat plantation, build a mill. This guy's doing all kinds of stuff. Let's see here. So there's a machine that turns stone into palladium fragments. Really? What machine is that? What one's that called? What level did you unlock that one? Oh, that's cool. Sends them on expeditions. Teacher. Dimensional power storage. What? Dimensional PAL storage? Oh, the Ring of Mercy. The wearer's attacks will not reduce the target's health below 1. So that's like perfect for capturing them. Ooh, nice. That's really good. That brings them down to 1 HP. Yeah, I need to find the Palladium Fragment farm, you know? I've just been going here. Oh man, I think I need to fix my pickaxe. Let me go back real quick. Fix my pickaxe up. I think I'm gonna get a better one this time, actually. I want to make one that's like the iron one. This one, yeah. A stone pickaxe. Wasn't there like an iron one? Yeah, the stone ones are there. But I want to make this one a metal pickaxe. A metal pickaxe, yes. That's what I want. Alright, we got these guys cooking up food, doing their thing. I guess I should upgrade my base a little bit. Since I'm here, build a cooking pot. B, cooking pot. That's probably under food. Need 5 wooden boards. Yeah, what is it that makes wooden boards again, though? Like, how do you make wooden boards? How do I get rid of my other pickaxe now? Like, I don't see an option to get rid of pickaxe. A stone pickaxe? Metal pickaxe? Yeah, this one. Drop. It's in my inventory. It's just gone. dropped it and it is gone. That's good. So I got rid of it, I guess. That's one way of getting rid of it. High quality workbench. Yeah, I got the high quality workbench. Where's the wooden boards at here? I don't see this. Did I not unlock that yet? I must not have unlocked the technology. Aha, that was what I did. I was wondering, I'm missing something here. I've been needing to do this for a while now. Oh, that's a big upgrade there. Let's get those wooden boards cooked up. While they're doing that, I'll go back here. Read the purple books for Ancient Point. Ooh. I will. Where did this guy go? We're tearing down trees now? Come on, bro, you lost the plot. You lost the plot. You're supposed to be over here. Come over here. Alright, we're cooking up that iron ore. That's good. Pick up some of these boards. Build a cooking pot. Let's go here. Cooking pot. Put this right here. Build a wheat plantation and build a mill. Wheat plantation. I don't think I even had that unlocked yet. Oh, it's mill. Yep, I do. Mill and wheat plantation. Who are we fighting? Who are we fighting over here? Wheat plantation. I need wheat seeds. Oh, really? I got rid of those wheat seeds and now I need them back? Of course. I literally dropped the wheat seeds way out there in the middle of nowhere. Remember that? I was like, oh, I don't need these. And then, what do you know? You need them. Alright, I'll get back to making that in a little bit. Let's go here. Let's go here. Doing the exact same thing right now? Hey, nice. I'm gonna leave that now though because I'm too power hungry. What the hell is this thing? Here you go. Oh, hell yeah. I'm going up. Oh. Oh, yes. An egg. Nice. That egg is how I got that big mammoth guy in the beginning. And that guy has proven to be very useful for farming materials. Excuse me. God damn, we're kind of going up here. We're literally going to the top of a volcano. Am I supposed to wear like some heat suit? Okay, that's probably. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Is that what's going on here? I'm supposed to wear some like heat suit, right? Let me double check this. We're probably not supposed to be going up here, butt ass naked. I have a cold resistant armor, heat resistant armor. Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to have on. Yes, I'm not supposed to be going up here getting cooked like this. I'm already half health. Get me out of here. I'm literally half. Wow, I'm getting fried. I gotta make my heat resistant armor and then I'll come back. Imagine clearing that without knowing about heat resistant armor. That'd be so hard. It's like playing the game on hard mode. Guess I could put this egg in here now too. That works. Wasn't all for nothing. Wasn't all for nothing. Bruh. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Alright. And then let's go make some armor somewhere. Probably this fucking thing. Oh. Flame organ. I need more cloth. Really? I need more cloth again? Go here and murder some Wooloos. Someone said build a crusher. It turns stones. Oh, thank you. Build a crusher. Good. Good, good, good. Thank you for that. Yes. Who said that in chat? Macrot. Thank you.
Yep.
Alright, so let's go here. Let's build this crusher. This is a good find here. Production. I think I did build a crusher over here. What's this? Yeah. There we go. I was gonna say, I swear I did do that. I just haven't used it yet. It's my only problem. Alright, so Crusher's gone. Got a wheat plantation, build mill. Oh, I need the heat armor. Doing too many things at once. Time you'll have different levels of heat and cold suits. Ooh. It's tropical armor. I need cloth. Right here. Okay, I'm working on that. It's crazy how you can have all these moving parts in one game, and your game doesn't just completely crash. It's kind of a lot. Heat resistant pelt armor? Wait, which is it that I need? Tropical outfit? A cloth outfit for hot regions boasts high heat resistance. Aha. That's what I need. And what is heat resistant pelt armor? A pelt armor produced in hot regions boasts high... Oh, it's just more intense than that one? It just has more defense and more health. Gotcha. Gotta get that grapple gun. Is it really that good? I'll grab it. Why not? Inventory. My armor here. Tropical outfit. Heat resistance. Alright. Cool. So the small village has a trader that sells wheat seeds. Oh, nice. Very good. I need more stone? Wait, how did I run out of stone? What? I used that for my Paldean fragments and I ran out of stone. Got 40 ore there? Dear God. I'm literally way down already. Look at how way down I am. I don't think I can go any slower, guys. Don't worry, I'll make it back. One eternity later. These guys are doing good work over here, though. I need to get them on a stone farm. Got a lot of ore, but we need more stone. Where'd those go just now? Oh, I think I just put them all in there. Yeah, he's gonna be there for a while. You're gonna be cooking that for a little bit to get 47 ingots out of there. I don't know where to farm stone. Grapple gun helps with the overweight movements like this. Oh, does it really? That's perfect then. I'll definitely get that soon. If I could have a box that was like a vault that I could access from different locations, that would be helpful. Because right now my current storage is just in one location. That's kind of my problem. This guy is not happy. What the hell? Oh. Got him. Got him on the ore production. I feel like I got enough ore though. I need more. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Let's go here. Let's put you back here. Let's put you back here. I've got enough ore now. So we're gonna fast travel back down here. Make sure I pick this stuff up before I go. Need to find that, pal? Brother found a OAL called Turticle, and Turticle, I'm not sure, but it has 80% ore and palladium reduction for being in his party. Whoa. That sounds awesome. I want him to go smash up some stones here. Oh, he's hungry. He's a hungry boy. He's about to get 4,000 berries, dude. Need him to go make stone, you know? We put him... I think this guy also smashes stone. Some rock guys, you know? This guy says he's a workaholic. That's what I want. I want a workaholic out here. Let me get you in here. What do you do? Nice. Yeah, oh. Oh, yes. The base is a little bit crowded here, but you know what? It's efficient. Still need more stone. I need to get someone on this. Someone do this? Yes, you do this. I just want you here making stone, dude. Nothing but stone production. As long as we got that guy cooking up stones, we should be good. Stones turn into palladium fragments. This is good. I got my heat armor on. Alright, I got everyone locked in doing stuff important here. So I think I'm ready to go back here and fight him. If you build a monitoring stand, you can individually control the task each... Oh my god, that's incredible. Meteorite descent in progress? What is that? Excuse me? Oh, I'm still taking heat damage, just not as much? Oh, that's brutal. I feel like I'm still getting kind of cooked by this heat. I should have made them more intense heat armor. I knew it. As soon as I looked at it and I was like, that one is more powerful than that one. I was like, you know, I probably need the more powerful one. But I tried to cheap out and do it the easy way. Still taking 5 ticks? Yeah, I am still taking 5 ticks. Why? My hope is to get closer to this. Oh my god. I don't even know if I'm going to make it up here. My hope is to get closer to this. Oh, good lord. Oh. Whew. And then find a fast travel point up here. Near here. God damn, this is kind of... There's another egg there. I'm tempted. Is there another fast travel? There's a fast travel point over here. I'm gonna just go... I'm gonna bolt it straight for the fast travel point. Come back for that egg, though. Ooh, egg here. Oh, descend. Oh, I'm cutting it close. This could end in disaster. You think it would at least half it, yeah. What kind of system is this? Still taking the full 5 ticks after putting on the heat-resistant armor is some baloney. Alright, I'm actually cutting it really close now. I'm getting nervous. Fast travel point. Oh, thank God. Thankfully, there's... I was like, is there going to be like a bunch of Pokemon there trying to fight me? What is about to happen? Oh, make it. Oh my god, I'm literally at a freaking volcano. Okay, so now that I'm here, I will fast travel back. Hey, quick. Got down to 200 health there. Alright. Now let's go here. Let's do technology. Let's do what? I think I should have like more stat points. Yeah, I have 2 stat points to use. I'm lazy. What do I really need? I don't need work speed or... I mean, weight's not bad. I feel like I do need more health. And maybe more stamina. Stamina's always nice. Let's do that. Keep it easy on myself here. Okay, how much stone? We made 2 stone, that's it? That's all you made? Surely not. This is the worst stone production I have ever seen in my entire life. Get over here. You guys are too focused on the crops, dude. I gotta make that... What was it called? The monitoring stand. The monitoring stand absolutely needs to happen. Absolutely. Must. Armor made from feathers. I don't think I need that anymore. Monitoring stand, monitoring stand. Probably want gunpowder, I'm sure. I didn't even see the monitoring stand. Is it like, wait, oh there it is. I already unlocked it a long time ago. Where is this thing? Monitoring stand. Insufficient materials. I need more stone. Are you kidding me? out here doing my own manual labor. What is this? Need some dark Pokemon out here. Are you a dark Pokemon? Yeah, this guy's doing some work. Yeah. Yeah, get to work. Yeah. Get to work. You don't do that? These dark Pokemon are lazy. Alright. V, set work preferences. Oh, this is incredible. So is allow or prohibit certain types? Oh, this is good, yes. So what I want is you guys to do nothing but make stone. What does this mean? Hands? Grabbing stuff? Sword? I think that's what that means, yeah. Yes, nothing but stone work. When you guys wake up. This is good. This is excellent. I need all the stone in the world. I might make a second stone farm. What was this called again? I need so much stone, I'm making a second stone farm. Stone pit. It requires 50 stone to make a stone pit? Of course. Of course. Why would I expect anything else? Alright, so now I need to go here. I gotta make the, like, actual heat-resistant pelt armor. I need 4 flame organs. Okay, so I have to kill some fire Pokemon. I've seen a lot of fire Pokemon over here. So I'm gonna go back here. I'll clap some cheeks real quick. Get some flame organs. Once I get the flame organs, I can make my flame-resistant armor. I don't know if there's gonna be... Oh, good. There are some... Ooh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hey, leave me alone. We fucked around with the wrong guy there. I was trying to have an easy fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get his ass. Get his ass. Get him. Nice. Flame organs. Clapped him. More flame organs. Hey. Hey, spawn this guy out of here. What are you doing? What? What? The fuck? They keep targeting me, dude. I need more health. Remind me to add more health stat. Keep targeting me. Oops, do that. This. This fucking guy. You're done, pal. Where are you running to? Bro has literally just hauled it off into the fucking Narnia. Get his ass. Good. Alright. Good. Alright. Now we're ready. Alright. Let's go here. Let's go here. These wild battles are still pretty tough. I mean, I guess it's like level 20 versus level 20, so it should be expected to some degree. Need to find an area that just has a ton of stone. I feel like the stone farming on your base, it's like, it's alright, but it's just really slow. I guess, are those stones that can be farmed? How much stone did we make over here? You've made one so far. One stone, huh? We are not farming the stone. We're not optimized on the stone farm. This thing cooked up yet? All right, that's where I'm going to stop it for today. I'm going to build my heat armor, and we will be back. I'll be back next time. We're going to take on more bases. Appreciate the help in the chat. We've made a ton of progress. It was a good run so far. I'll see you back here tomorrow. We'll be doing more of the same. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching and hanging out. See you later.